As we are once again live upon the internet. Let's make sure that everything is actually looking correctly with bit rates going everywhere and me not forgetting to set things to public as I have a tendency to do. Yeah, let's jump back in. Let's actually make sure we're capturing this window. Yeah. See, I'm gonna start off here a little bit with just upgrading a few more build pictures as we're kind of doing yesterday. And definitely two that I want to do is the OD Tech Tank. Because I want to get a few of the builds that are that have actually changed. Kind of done. Yeah. So yeah, let's do the OD Tech Tank. Blanking there on like what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, this has a memento, of course. Yeah. I'm just trying to find the build collection here. Oh yeah, I had this thing on. Couldn't sleep last night, so I did actually do like 2 countdowns. Ran this thing as well as just a filler piece. Just to start finishing. I'm already 27, but I like upgraded other things. So yeah, we still need to do like the gear set and the brand set. So those are easy ones anyway. You just set to those target ads, run a piece or something. Yeah, so we have the OD Tech Tank. So this of course changed to be with the chest. And this one I might actually put a rifle. I don't have a CQB, do I? Extra available. The answer is no. Not incidentally craftable, are they? Hmm. 617 is. Or 760. 716. Combine that into. Could try going for LVOC instead. Wait, so what was the damage for mag difference between those two?
Perimeter will not be tolerated. Violators risk permanent expulsion from the secure area.
Oh, so yeah. I was in rifles already. Yeah. Basically, no difference, but the ammo. Actually, well, no, the ammo conservation wouldn't be per se better because you know it's OD, so damage per mag matters, not so much. See about crafting one of these. Could always. Because yeah, I have like 3k points as well that I'm willing to spend if I have to. So we can definitely optimize something up. And take a little mark. And good morning. Although, well, still just barely afternoon for me on my end. Got a bunch of my work stuff done, so I'm just like, we could totally stream for at least a few hours. I have like 3 hours, 3.5 hours at most. Of course, the detox one that we get is kind of looking like that. Also, wait, what happened to what's happening to the textures here? But they're not actually, it's not loading the textures. And yeah, one of the things I do need is a bunch of weapons. Although, of course, for now, actually what I should do for now is just put LVOC from the stash there. And we can always fix it up later. I'm intent here though. And I kind of get some. It's not the cheapest, but yeah, the true optimization +1 for optimizations is that's doable. Because yeah, my preferred rifles are definitely going to be kind of like the SIG and the LVOC. Not so much like an M4 or lightweight M4. And that's mostly down to their recoil pattern. So the SIG has definitely a return to center kind of recoil. The LVOC has a very slight recoil up and to the right and then straight up. So because also actually, so this is in that. Yeah, let's just for this use the LVOC. Kind of think I'm putting the SIG maybe here. I'm putting this lightweight and 4 away. Well, yeah, for now we'll keep that. We'll figure that out later. We'll make that future IKEA's problem. He gets to figure all that shit out. Yeah, let's put tricky chance mods on this and see how we land. I haven't looked at a few of these yet. Because I've been buying a bunch, but yeah, just... Okay. I don't hate that, and that's kind of like the tint of a... Well, not really, actually. Of a green LVOC. Yeah, so build-wise... First, this becomes sadist. And hey there's Sleepy Enemy Gamer, and hey there's Zimmy as well. Hope you guys are doing okay. As a here as well, Sleepy Division Gamer. No, realize actually definitely didn't sleep enough, but that's fine. Well, I might take a nap after the stream and recuperate then. Yeah, let's just spend this. LVOCs will be needed. Yeah, let's do the build picture of this thing. So, ooh, what changes? this. So the game apparently was also fake. That changes. These two change. This changes. Let's put already the stats in here. Actually, let's see. Because that's of course going to be a like that. Although wait, actually, is this set up correctly? Yeah, 50. Gonna be expecting to run this in groups generally as well. Anyway, so 51 is fine. One of the things is now as well with retribution, you should basically just maybe even target 40. Retribution can give you so much crit damage or a crit chance as well, so you might as well put everything into crit damage. I'm not per se gonna set up builds in the build collection that way because I want them to be more universal than just a season. Also, not everybody runs with the global on, of course. Some people proudly run with it off and are very vocal about it. Because man, Reddit is still kind of a shit show for the time being. Okay, let's put all of these like that. So memento. %. She's the shield numbers and everything still the same. Yeah. Because I maxed out numbers. Although actually the whole server generation on this one, but actually we don't show that yet, so that's fine. Do I have? Don't think so yet, right? Could definitely grade this LVOC. Yeah, it's fine. I'll go with a grade 0 one. So this changes. This stays the same. That stays not the same. That changes. Although actually no, that doesn't change. Because we don't have a graded weapon. Let's get the actually the brand part also changes. So we don't have obliterate anymore. We have parabellum rounds. And as well, the Cheska's in the top slot. Okay. Mainline stats. And no.
Physical and verbal violence inside the perimeter will not be tolerated. Violators risk permanent expulsion from the secure area.
Weapon handling stats. Okay. Weapon name, and then we need to go charge the memento, which is always annoying. It's the downside of any build with a memento on it. Getting damage numbers for it means going and getting the memento charger. I wish it was just a button, although it would get abused, right? Let's go avoid the loading screen first. Let's bring this up. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna just set my world to normal. We're just gonna go get 30 mementos quickly. 30 kill confirms. Convoys are overall the easiest way. Let's go capture that one.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
We need to retrieve the antivirals before Black Tusk can move them somewhere safer. Head down into the sinkhole and locate the maintenance pump room. We rigged explosives there that should
Shut up,
keep them inside
Manny.
the
I'm not
perimeter
going into title.
once you detonate them.
Touch the edge of it. I did make that. Why blue cores? Why not? This is a tech tank, so it's kind of following a template of a tech tank. This thing is actually not too bad. It's not the striker tech tank. It's not the heartbreaker tech tank. So, go a little bit this way. Eventually.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
How many Mentos over here now? I need to pick them up as well. And I'm just quickly just getting some mementos so we can go get the damage numbers of this on the range.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
But blue cores are not a bad choice if you're going solo. So this build is kind of... it can be solo for 5 directives. You give up some damage for that, but... It also, like for summits, 4-mans and stuff. It can be the OD, and then it can also be kind of the cruiser to push through some stuff. We're most of the way there. Let's go get likely... Oh, there's nothing there. Any other convoys I can easily intercept? Yeah, we can't go to safe houses because it would... Oh, that's perfect. Hey there, Dragon. So we're fall preference or recommendation. So this build is very dependent on damage per mag. I need more so even than the red OD because the more damage I can do with a mag, the more basically, the more damage is kind of buffed by OD rounds. A fall has pretty low damage per mag, even though its damage per shot is pretty high. It's 40 rounds, of course. So like an LVOC has basically close to double the damage per mag of a fall. So generally, I wouldn't per se pick the fall. Like if I was going with the AR, I might AUG most likely just because of its higher damage.
Detected.
Even though it kind of sucks to actually use. I need to remember before we get the numbers to turn off the modifier. Because I got those effects. Numbers, of course. We're definitely full, so.
Hostile control point identified.
Apparently I need some of the resources, so finish it. Back to the White House. Oh, actually, wait, let me, before I go there. So this is 43.5, yeah, and this is 6 to... Is that because of this? What would make this shield? Let's see what it says after a fast travel. Let's pick up that one so we have like full time. Actually pick it up. Yeah, let's go back to the range. Let's get this built. Its damage numbers. What is Tech Tank? It's a style of build. So it's also not, it's like something that I kind of have helped popularize. So the Heartbreaker Tech Tank is this one. Where is it? 414. This is kind of the, but this is what I like running solo, and this does keep basically a few blue cores. So what this really is a 6-tier shield and a 2-tier artificer healing it, and that means that you can actually kind of tank quite well, especially when the memento is charged up, because that adds skill efficiency to all that. So basically, you have a really strong shield, and then the rest of it is kind of towards damage. So that's... no, actually, I should set the range to heroic, because otherwise stuff is gonna die instantly. Because I can change the range independent of the world. Because if I were to reset the world, I would lose my memento stacks again. Yeah, let's get damage numbers here. But yeah, so there's a few of them. So actually, I should. If you're unfamiliar with that, you're likely unfamiliar with the build collection. Let me just link to the actual build collection as I mess that up. I'll pop up a link in a second. That'll go into here, and there's actually a recommended build list here. And actually in here are right towards the top, like these tech tanks. That's all of the tech tanks up there. You can make them in different ways. There's a striker one that is popular. There's this heartbreaker one that is popular. And this OD isn't, but it's still, you know, it's not a bad build. But yeah, definitely gotta upgrade with the chest now. So, yeah, let's get. I'm still clicking myself, which is kind of dumb. Oh yeah, modifier off. For this, we still need to actually just barely get out of the range. Come on, shoulder swap. Let's actually kill this one. I want the armor numbers, and yeah, I do take the preferably, because we could take it from the chat, from the damage numbers in there, but I like the look of the other ones. The annoying thing with OD builds is always there's also a bleed happening there, so you kind of need to find a set of numbers in between bleeds, which that time was easy. So you get the bleed number 2. Wait, why is this one bleeding for 43k? Oh, the status effect, of course, from skill efficiency. Did not even think of that. Just want the bleed icon. Sorry. Ammunition return is causing no. I can't kill this one. I need just the icon. There we go. Yeah, so let's place that there. Yeah. Well, actually not, but it doesn't hit that hard, but it definitely hits better than it used to. Alright. So this one's updated. Yeah, fully. How did this happen? So that was 4 something. So I should go. Because she also has the ratify. Oh, that guy's making a lot of sound next to me. Who the hell is that? Didn't even remember someone being in that corridor. Yeah, red feature. Let's do upgrade that one as well. And they're I've actually no idea how to pronounce that, but I'll go with Zhao. But yeah, hey there. And everybody's kind of enjoying their Monday. Did they announce maintenance or anything for tomorrow? Yeah, I'm gonna go have a peek. If there's any server status announcements, no. It's usually in the official Discord. They do put those in, so yeah, let's do red feature as well though. Actually, let's clean up this character first. I'll actually keep that for now.
Thanks for your business.
So do I want to still show this one as the safeguard version? So honestly, I'm not against that safeguard version. I do kind of like it. But that one's more of a 4-man thing. Where definitely the other one is oh, this also still has an ACRE. Am I on AR resources? Oh, I'm full. As fall is craftable. Also, they have an extra backpack. Cheska. Wait, or am I not supposed to also have a blue core intimidate one? Or a blue core adrenaline rush one? That go. Maybe that's on character 01. Definitely not gonna show it with that. I mean, even in that old build picture was shown with a with an Elmo. Actually, how many of our weapons need changing? Because I've already done the snipers. Her shotguns are fine. LMGs are fine. Where's this one even used? Oh, this just has a extra one. SMGs are fine. Attack vector would be nice for her, but I need to get one first. And ARs is really only this ACRE that still needs to be altered. Actually, do I have anything fall-ish or something? No. We already basically only have an extra carbine 7, but that's going to be on character 2. Yeah, this I'm just gonna trash that dog. That dog is not worth upgrading. You know what? I might risk it here as well. Just see if we can get a foul. No, I should just show it with maybe like Elmo. Elmo is not a bad choice for this one. What else would be a decent choice for this one? Especially we're kind of not.
It's so good to sit down. My back was killing me.
Especially if we're not just thinking ARs. Because a blue screen could also be a big. Dr. Home now. Although, so Dr. Home is Dr. Home 10 rounds, right? It's gonna suck with that reload. Because it's got the same horrible reload as the new thingies, right? Oh, actually no, that's 20% reload speed, so actually it doesn't have a bad reload. But yeah, still a 10 round mag that kind of. Also, yeah, the zoom kind of kills it for this. Because I'm kind of also maybe thinking blue screen, just for the utility of it. Because actually the blue screen is pretty good. It's funny to go from an ACRE to this and everything is going up. Like every stat, literally every stat is better. Because yeah, the thing with the blue screen is why it kind of works is actually that has a 20% rate of fire mod that they kind of forgot about. Anything towns on air guard gives repair. The reformation. Generally, I wouldn't. You would want damage here. So if it's already set up for that, because the thing is with this, honestly, so this is even like the alternate version. Like I don't, even in the recommended thing, this is like the second one on there. Because much more so, I prefer to run it. However, this one is set up. Oh yeah, this with the Ouroboros, but actually I could make one SMG, one LMG, or one SMG, one. Actually, LMG. So we're not learning a shield anyway. But yeah, Vigilance Cody setup is honestly much preferred. Thing is, this thing doesn't rely on healing. This thing relies on just giving the buff. And then the healing is kind of like just barely there. And then you just let out of combat do the healing. Like every time people go out of combat. Also, for instance, in a countdown or something, if people get hit, they're going to med back anyway. If they get hit hard. Actually, maybe I change how I show this one. Maybe we make this a vigilance BTSU. And then yeah, vigilance BTSU, and then we'll put safeguard as an option on the side. And then basically we have like, instead of what it is now, we'll have a well, actually, yeah, with this LMGs doesn't like make it makes sense. Well, that wasn't supposed to be in there. It does make sense to go LMGs with this because we could actually gain more crit chance there. And honestly, I don't mind. I don't think because what else could we have here? Because it's basically that Bullet King, Blue Screen, or Pesty, or I don't know, basically one of the exotics here. Pesty doesn't make too much sense with the BTSU version. We're giving up a red for a yellow. Actually, we have two yellows here. Capacitor might be a choice. Especially the modern capacitor. Actually, yeah, on two core, this capacitor is going to compete with most of the things here. No, let's just go capacitor with this one. And then the other one, make an LMG. Thing is with LMGs now as well, they're kind of the halfway point between, I mean, they always were. They're kind of like, you can have 24.5 crit chance on them. With a tree mods. Because actually, yeah, so Bullet King would land on a 52. We could land on a 52 with one crit chance mod less. And same for like high ends. But yeah, let's go with capacitor actually, because yeah, it's gonna compete at 2 cores here. Because the buffed, or like, well, the PDR is now kind of looking better than it used to. So you need kind of 2.5 cores for it to beat most of the red weapons, but in here we could actually definitely make it. Yeah, let's just go Capacitore. I have 2 different weapons here. Let's just do it. Or 2 different talents versions there. Let's take the Yeah. Let's take the graded version from the stash. Tank builds question mark. Yeah, what is the actual questions? If I have tank builds, or well, it kind of depends on what you mean with tank build. Are you looking for a raid tank? Are you looking for something to just generally use? Because the answer to generally using a tank is just don't. It's generally not worth it. The value of a tank in most gameplay in Division is mostly, like, honestly, only in the raids. You can make a tank work in like legendary and stuff, but other stuff works just better. It's easier without a tank build in there than it is with one, because things like preventing damage in the form of a foam eclipse is much more handy overall over trying to like oh, actually, is the crit chance crit damage of this set up correctly? No. Oh, this would actually require a different. This would require one more crit chance piece. Although I'll just put it in the backpack for now. Yeah, recouping 15 from that. Yeah. So faster here. We'll put the crit chance mod in the backpack slot. It's actually as well likely. Did I have a BTSU in the stash? That was. Yeah. Well, that's the stash one. Let's get that there. So that's the same. This changes. No, that one got cleaned up. Those two are still the same. Downside of this build especially is, of course, you need to recore everything. This is pretty expensive build. Everything is optimized. Actually, what is its crit chance crit damage here? 46, 147, yeah. And it needs that crit chance. Goes away. Resize these two. Always annoying. This thing always just like makes big jumps, so sometimes you just have to do that and then like retry. That looks about right. That's still a little bit too large. Perfect. So that's that. Let's put faster heal already as well. Mm. That and that. Okay. The main stats. Should know what we'll do on this one. Okay. Go there. Now we'll go from reload onwards. Okay. This is the same. Should be. 315. What is the duration? Oh, okay. Yeah. The expertise, of course. Okay. So those change slightly. Mm. Let's actually push those up. So we can do like this and then. There we go. Okay. So we have the coyote as an option there, and then we have safeguard. Okay. So we just need damage stats. Let's take this back to vigilance for that. So just a 5 buff vigilance. The range. No. set the world back to heroic would have been just the easiest way. Let me catch up here as well. There's a few tank builds. There's a few in the build collection. You can actually in the recommended list, more towards the bottom. I'm gonna, because I do like PFE builds and stuff for certain situations. I'll put it in both chats. The recommended list. But in the recommended build list, there is a open this one. Because there's a few, yeah, PFE setups that I like. Especially this, like, although the shotgun one still needs to be upgraded as well. But yeah, striker PFE or just high-end PFE. But also I like my, like, the bruisers we're kind of talking about earlier, but I think I might come in before he came in. I like these things for instance, solo play, where it's not so much a main tank, but it's much more with damage, but you have enough tankiness that you don't have to care on solo play. But yeah, you can find a few PFEs and stuff in there. And also the raid tanks. Anyway, I said, yeah, indeed, we're fixing up some of the builds and stuff. The build collection, of course, just needs to be upgraded. We're just slowly making our way through that. Just trying to drag it over here, not per se to stretch it out like that. Yeah, we just have one. Actually, put it the other way around. So again, I know we have nothing stacking and stuff, so let's get a different target now. It's the same number over and over again, which is nice. This thing never does great damage, especially the BTSU version, but it's not bad. And then yeah, we have to kind of actually make a. We have to figure out what we put on the non. I think actually just Bullet King. We need the crit chance. As far as LMGs goes, it's not a bad pick. But yeah, that's going to be more of an issue when we start doing second accounts, because this is all still kind of just focusing on first account and main account. So that's Red Future BTSU. This one's fully done, right? Nothing's missing. No. Oh, no, that's one is just one specialization. I'm not gonna put like technician there or something. Yeah. So that's that one done. Let's actually see. Do we have any easy ones to do as well here? Although I might want to go and murder some stuff. Yeah, let's do X0 actually. While we're at it. X0 didn't change much either. You just need a freshened up build picture. The stats should all still be the same. The options should all still be the same. Yeah. So now I'm gonna put the BTSU version on. Yeah, let's just take that out. The rest of it all stays the same. There's been some grading changes on the skills. We'll just have to put those in. Resize those. Fresh stats. The Exodus definitely could use some more damage. This thing should do more damage, I feel, than an Eclipse. And that would actually be in a good spot, I feel. Because then you could take this if you just need more damage, but it's much more contained, kind of. It's a lot more. You can't do what a Fire Eclipse can do. So that's Scorpio. Wait, what? Oh. That capacitor was just pasted on there. You know what? I wouldn't mind having damage numbers for this. Oh, actually, oh, that's why. We need... Oh, that's not hard. We need it to be with the skill kind of hitting him. Oh, actually, that's going to be hard. Yeah, no. Now I understand. Yeah, no, never mind. Trying to get two side-by-side numbers of a weapon. Well, I could do them separately, but yeah, it's not a weapon builder. Well, look, that's the go bag. Electric chest. Shown option. Scorpio. You know what? Just to be a little bit braggadocious. That Scorpio is a grade 20. This Scorpio is a grade 25. It's very important, of course. Yeah, technician without it. Okay. Oh, yeah, so this one's also basically done. Yeah. So that's X0. What else does this guy have that is pretty easy? No, that one's definitely not. Okay, this one I want to transfer to being shown with memento. So That's gonna be annoying. So maybe not now. Umbra. So this would technically just be a stat change, right? Because we would just keep it like this for now. The Umbra aligns so well with so many weapon types. And maybe not per se that famous. Yeah, let's just leave it there. We did a few builds. We're good. We're going for an hour, so let's just leave them there. We'll continue on basically each time, each stream, just doing a few. Eventually they'll all be done. Let's actually go murder some people in video games. Yeah, I'm actually gonna jump into. Man, this guy just you make a lot of sound, don't you? You okay? Everything like just. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's just run as this, and yeah, I'm gonna use some ARs. We can use a bunch of other stuff. Although what we can also definitely use. Let's maybe start with that. Let's go with Virtuoso. I'll keep any pieces that have like full weapon damage or something, and because I still want to mess about with Virtuoso. Though I tried it out, of course, with PTS and stuff, and it's not impressive. Like it's definitely much more of a hassle than it's worth for its stats. But I'm kind of curious about, although I don't think it's going to be good, but with the Pestilence. Because it's one of the few gear sets that does give weapon damage, like pure weapon damage. Feed into Pestilence's takes, so... Actually, yeah, what's the target at? Ooh, Habsburg here. A mask's there. Might go get some bounties, and maybe later today... might do some bounty cheesing. Although that's the thing, right? Like, this is the annoying thing. Like, if you're gonna, like, go for XPing hard, you know, like bounty cheesing, why would I do it now, right? This is the annoyance that I have with these. Like, why would I do it now? Why would I not wait for this? The answer is, I'm not going to be playing when this is up, so I'm going to avoid the 5-time events. So I am going to do it now, but just from like a general standpoint, like, why would I ever not do it when there's a 5 times XP instead? The dailies are not great, but the weekly actually I should finish. Oh, actually, yeah, we have multiple characters that could do the daily or the weekly. I should definitely do that as well. Let's go for a countdown first, though. Let's just get some parts. Yeah, let me get you up here as well. And Nathanson.
You have received an invite to another agent's group.
Also, let's go back to full screen.
You have joined
I
a
need to
group.
be windowed just for the snipping tool, otherwise it doesn't work. Actually, let me catch up on all of this. Vigilance is backpack, not safeguard. Safeguard is an option for Redify, but giving up vigilance is, I mean, it's basically, yeah, 25% of your damage. The Redify, I like it a lot better with Safeguard. It's always kind of okay, but yeah, kind of depends how you're kind of using it. I'm just kind of using it as a buff build that it does its own damage. So, Service Aces with Aces Chest, Ninja Bag, Eagles, Grass, any good for rifle build. Aces by itself, so yeah, I wouldn't per se Ninja Bike. Although, well, you could actually Ninja Bike likely with Fox and
Communication relay offline.
Zvia, because you actually do have enough okay bonuses when it comes to because you could also then go sacrifice
We need to remove the virus from the control servers
something
and
else.
restore comms.
Will be a good pick in there. Likely just a walker at that point,
Reactor unstable.
because I don't
Emergency
have any
lockdown
other
protocols
good
activated.
bonuses really.
15 minutes lockdown.
Trojan virus.
But no, Aces by itself, Aces is a pretty small bonus. Aces needs a buff. It at the very least also needs to have like weapon handling the way
System
that...
disrupted.
Oh, come on.
Hostile restore
Yeah.
hive detected.
Sledge him. Anyway, we had the short range debuff there. Why do these guys like that's my fire. You guys can just
System
run
back
into it.
online.
Kind of gives away their experience levels. Somebody already went into reactor. It's likely as well why the other team is kind of struggling.
System malfunctioning.
Is it this guy to just climb up? Oh, one of them also is dragging that guy away. Instead of... Please don't. We have a fucking hunter over there. What the fuck are you...
System restored.
I give up. I had this last night as well. Like, so many teams that are just making such bad choices that I'm just out. We're gone. On to the next.
Entering safe area.
Oh wait, that's the same way. Yeah, no. Yeah, sorry for getting a little bit later, but yeah, no, Aces is just not worth it. So I wouldn't definitely like Aces and then Ninja Bike as well, because keep in mind that Ninja Bike, like if you're going brand sets, if you have enough good brand sets, so for instance, you know, LMGs have a few brand sets, rifles have a few brand sets. You can kind of eke out enough damage out of those. If you're gear setting, the gear set needs to be really good. Like the only reason that like Ninja Bike kind of works with like Umbra and with like Strikers is really good. And then the deficit that the Ninja Bike brings is not that bad.
Military operations are in progress.
Invite to another agent's group.
But yeah, Aces is pretty weak. Because you can get much more out of Umbra, which kind of fits well with rifles. You can get much more out of Negotiator, which fits pretty well with rifles. But you can even still get more out of OD, which, you know, is much more consistent as well. And then kind of just works a little bit better than it. Really just, yeah, if a team is that bad, I'd rather not be frustrated with a horrendous team than to try to, and then just stick around and just be frustrated. I get 7 man then. Challenging, not heroic. Overall, challenging is much faster. I'm here just for the loot. I want amount of drops, not so much full drops. And heroic, if that team was in heroic, that would have been hell. Like that team was super weak in a very obvious sense. Not that I'm helping, I'm like running one piece wrong here. So.
Communication relay offline.
Heroic actually, I should have
Looks like
modified
they've
her.
triggered the lockdown protocols while they were charging their warhounds.
With a bad team, heroic is hell.
We need to restrict
I
access
generally
and
don't go
secure
into
the nuclear
heroic
waste.
unless we're going in with 3 man, with 3 people that I kind of know and trust.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes lockdown.
That's challenging. Like worst case, I can solo carry if I have to. I'll swap to striker. I'll just put on a bighorn or a bestie or something hard hitting and just sit at long range with by the teeth up and just get it done. As a challenge, like heroic is only really worth it if you can. It's not someone's getting. only worth it if you're kind of consistently getting finishes, so that you get, you know, more the more resources, and also if you're just like maybe grinding for something, I don't want to pay full optimization prices because the drops are a tiny bit better. So reactor lab, I'm actually gonna type it out to people. Guys, he's like this guy always, that guy was like fully behind the container and just like, I might pre-fire to just keep maybe like iron lung ready to like go, but anyway, it's gonna write out reactor and then lab. Hopefully they'll listen. Skipping turbine.
Shade tech detected.
Of course. Two-piece Providence, Jessica, group of Fox is better for rifle builds. Two-piece Via can, like, is a good buff. Or is a good two-piece. Three-piece Providence only really if you're going glass, I would think. Whereas you're gonna go two-piece Providence, Fox, and two-piece Zvia. That will likely, that will out. So you both get like the max size has some value as well. The 20 weapon damage on the two-piece, you can just see that as a 10 weapon damage on each piece, and you're basically getting the thing for free. And then
hostile striker drone detected.
Well, the 10 weapon damage, especially with high grading, can be like less than like maybe a crit damage stat. It's not going to be by so much. And then, yeah, the weapon damage or the max size has some value.
High risk hostile.
Because the TP Zvia is really good, actually. Fox, of course, as well. It's really good. So you basically, if you're going high ends, I would definitely have those. And then, yeah, Casca Grupo or Sacrifice Gift. You know, if you're going glass anyway, you might as well go Sacrifice.
Area secure.
Hold on, let me get you. Same question. Yes. And generally, it might take a little bit of time before I answer the question, but I'll definitely, like, I don't often miss like full questions. I don't need to like repeat it. That doesn't like help actually. It's stuck in there. Can I drop exotic helmet? Do you mean mask? Because helmet is not a gear piece. Helmet is a apparel slot. But overall, if you're just trying to get certain exotics, here Countdown is one of the better places. You can set your own targeted for masks. So if you're likely going for Coyote, I'm guessing, you can set your targeted to masks here. You just from the map, you have this menu. You can set it to like whatever you want, like masks. I'm on Virtuoso. The nice thing about Countdown is that you also get currency here, which you can spend on a vendor, which has exotic caches. So you might also get them from there. So likely you won't get the exact piece that you're looking for because, you know, the exotic caches has a lot of pieces in it. But also you'll be just getting some exotics. A lot of exotics are
10
worth
minutes
using.
to lock
So.
down. Evacuate the facility.
Follow all lockdown.
But also over here, just a lot of drops happen. So these Warhounds, these guys are invulnerable. I'm not Striker, so with Striker actually it's kind of handy to shoot them. You can stack up on them if you need to. I don't have any stacking mechanics though, so I'm just gonna go for that. It's too bad actually that the last team was like so bad that I just had to leave. Because we did have the close range buff there. That would have made it a quick run, but yeah, if they're gonna leave a hunter up, like, what are we doing? If nothing else, that's one of the most important things to just get, and then because the hunters are directly responsible for how much countdown currency you get. Most of it is that. That and extraction. Let's get the boxes along the way.
Area secure.
Agent, you should be able to access the waste area.
Back to containment. Did we spawn east and west, I think? So north extraction. Breaking point or aces. Breaking point overall will be the aces. But breaking point is not very consistent, is the annoying thing. But even with its lower uptime, but honestly, I wouldn't pick either. I'd pick Umbra. I'd pick Negotiator. Builds that are much more consistent and have... Like, just because it says rifles on the tin doesn't make it, like, a good rifles build. You're much better off with an Umbra or a Negotiator or an OD, I feel. That's not what I should do, though. I mean, the... Breaking points isn't as complex. You just fire, and then basically when you hit the reload, that's when the buff activates. So there isn't much, like, it's Umbra can be much more complex.
I need you to secure
Getting
the
the most out of
radioactive
it.
material to override the lockdown protocols.
By the teeth
That
there.
should be the source of the leak. Now we just need to seal those tanks. We need to secure that tank and get it back into the sarcophagus.
Full carnage reloads here. Oh, actually, it's that. I'm not.
High risk target
We're
detected.
dying, let me say. Let's grab the card. Also, the full carnage reload isn't too bad. And I'm just set to Virtuoso to get some Virtuoso pieces and donate them.
An agent
We'll
needs
also
assistance.
donate some Legatus parts.
Great work. Now just seal that bunker and stop exposing your team to not so low doses
That
of
drop was
radiation.
definitely not challenging countdown
High risk
levels.
target detected.
And I'm gonna try to shoot as many targets as I can.
Detected at acceptable level.
Give as much special ammo for my team. Will somebody shoot the drone? I don't think so. Everybody's just shooting an immune boss. Weekend matchmaking is going deep, I see. Because that boss was immune, so when you're shooting him as well, it'll pop up immune, 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 immune. You would think that...
Evacuate the facility. 5 minutes to lockdown.
Lethal radiation levels detected.
Great work, Agent. The power plant is stable. Now get the hell out of there.
Okay, we're stuck.
When you're ready, send up a flare so Torres can pick you up.
Oh no, it's a close range extraction. That drone will get deconstructed by the disrupt here in a second when somebody runs past this line.
System curtailed.
It'd be nice if somebody blocked as much.
Heavily armed hostiles detected.
And I'm trying to stay in long range. I have the modifier on. Oh, seeing as I turned it actually on,
System reactivated.
nothing is equipped. Like, why am I not getting by the... There we go.
System disrupted.
Helo is ready when you are. Shoot a flare to signal tourists.
The difference that makes. Because if you can make use of by the teeth, like I'm hitting for 3 millions each once by the teeth stacked up at long range.
System restored.
And the modifier is actually the easy mode here. A lot of people complain about it like being hard or something in here, but the actual answer is that it's much easier. Wouldn't mind getting an out of combat at some point so I can donate. So I should have done that actually in between. But yeah, what was the town? Double the weapon damage. Wait, what happened to the team? What? Is there a hunter back there or something? I guess they just lemming after each other. Actually, when this out of combat happens, I can donate. That's also the nice thing nowadays. You can just go in here and donate. Space again. It was always a whole hassle with especially in Summit and stuff. You would have to kind of reset. Oh, and thanks so much to Tia for subscribing there. As always, much appreciated. Yeah, thanks to G. Like my silliness enough to waste some money on me. Anyway, we'll be sure to waste those on some silly apparels as we often do. Actually, okay, yeah, no, they took that out of the store already. The old one, or the classic one that they had. I hope somebody flares. I'm actually on the wrong side.
Torres is on her way.
And I'm setting up pretty far away because I want that long range. So I'm kind of setting up long range on this side. On this side. And we're gonna do one more chopper likely, and then exit. Worked by the New York expansion DLC. If you enjoy the game and have some time into it, eventually you would want to.
Ready for extraction.
There's especially so some of the skills are kind of attached to that. Where, for instance, the fire sticky can be nice to have, especially. But also it's just more of the game. So some of the dailies and stuff might be set in New York. It gives you, for instance, as well on the journey, some of the easier stuff is journey parts in New York. At least now that they've fixed the delting. So. And usually it's not too expensive. You can usually get it for
this entire region owes you a debt of gratitude
like,
that they can never repay.
like €7 or something. If it's on sale, even less, I think. So. Yeah, it's because this is the result. The New York map is pretty dope. Some people kind of dislike it. It is definitely a lot more, compact, and because of that, it has a lot more of those like hectic fights where a patrol just walks up on you when you're just trying to do a control point or something. But honestly, I like it as well. But if you like the game, which is likely the question, like if you already own the game and you kind of know that you like it, if you're getting it fresh, usually it's not that more expensive to add that on top, because usually if it's on sale, you should just get it on sale, the game. It's a lot more, you know, it's a lot cheaper. But honestly, well, I'm someone who has like more than 10k hours in this game, so I might be a little bit biased. I might like this game a little. Just a little. We're friends, you know. We're roommates. Let me get you. You do use challenging. So when I'm farming gear, it kind of depends. Yeah, it like depends if I'm just going for volume. So if I'm going for here I'm just going for volume because I want to get this geared up and I want to get some virtuoso pieces to donate. So if I'm going for good pieces that so I don't need as much optimization, so like maybe like maxed out pieces, I definitely go heroic. But heroic is much more of a thing that I just go when I'm with other people. So if we have like a group already, we will generally just go heroic because you also get more countdown currency out of it. You know what? We updated that FI. Let's run that FI as well. Actually gonna run the BTSU version. Let's see if I remember one time to even even use that. So you know what? We'll use the grade 25 capacitor as well. Let's go on, but let's maybe put this one back. As well for earlier with safeguard. So if I actually wasn't running vigilance, another option would be just the setup. Perfect opportunistic with a Scorpio. Like that could kind of work as well. But keeping your own personal damage up, that's kind of important as well. If you're kind of doing, you know, you have to kind of look at as a group DPS. What like how much you're adding to the team as a buff. If you give up too much of your own damage,
You have received an
your
invite to
buff
another
isn't
agent's group.
making up for what you've lost personally.
You have joined
So
a
it's
group.
kind of how to look at it. At least in my opinion. Like if you have a support build that is just, you know, giving up way too much, especially for something like this where more damage just means you go faster. It's kind of like that. Gonna make M16 burst faster. There's a delay between each burst, right? Can make burst like 5 in Division 1. I mean, the interval between them will be
Package
faster,
relay
yeah.
offline.
I mean, the fire's just because yeah, just the rate of fire effect on also those kind of weapons, the burst weapons, is just
I'd rather not have their
linear.
slash and burn
It's in the
tactics
same.
anywhere near a nuclear reactor.
But
We need to remove the
and actually, I
safeguards and
should try
restart
out the
reactor.
M16 a little bit on, especially like rifle builds, like that 3-piece VIA one. The M16 is kind of annoying to handle. Getting all 3 shots to kind of land on target
15
is
minutes lockdown.
it's not the easiest.
Please proceed to your nearest exit. Lockdown
I'm
safety
gonna
protocols
do
initiated.
that. Parodying myself if this guy goes for a jam.
Immediate medical
I'm
assistance
hitting the
needed.
hardest, and he needs line of sight to my dead to like my hive to hack it. Ooh, the other team is linking up with us. Nice. Because this is what you would want to do if one team is spawning north. It's kind of their thing to link up with the other one, or to link with the other team. Those guys should go get the. Well, that didn't. You should go get the other.
System back online.
I was wondering where this guy was. They should go get the other dog tags, but they're not. What's the clean tower containment likely? both teams linked up. I'm just gonna melt through these guys. I'm gonna start the lemming train towards cooling. Oh, yeah, we should just go cooling containment, is even though turbine is warhounds. I would definitely say. This will likely be faster. Also, don't mind doing hostiles because more kills.
You're
They're
in.
rising
We need
and
to locate the
I'm doing
target.
good. Hope everybody's kind of enjoying their Monday. Still have a bunch of work to do later on, which I'm kind of dreading. But for now, I'm just let's grind out a little bit of this expertise and fixing up more of the build collection. Somebody's running. So one of the combinations that really works well. We generally these set up for that as well. If someone's running a FI in you know, in a pre-made. Somebody's running either Galvanize or Vanguard, or likely even both. Likely that guy with a lot of armor there. That's Vanguard. Vanguard, of course, blue armor. When that gets hit, that doesn't count against Future Perfect. So if, like, it's only when you're not at full armor where FI drops away. So
Hostile detected.
what that means is that that will protect people, so I don't even have to heal. Really.
Target neutralized. High-risk target approaching.
Nice, got to spawn exactly where the other one then. And I don't have enough inventory space to like loot everything. Checking on the ground, that's because of that. So. Although honestly, I'm likely faster than most people that just even loot. So after a while, you get pretty proficient at sorting quickly through loot.
Area secure.
Let's get that. And then I'm just gonna get Virtuoso done by donating. Where's the main? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let this guy. Oh, that's that's an old clanmate.
10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
Lockdown safety protocols in effect. Proceed to your nearest exit.
For mostly countdown, updated version, it's really mine, don't have
System breach
no,
initiated.
So most of it didn't change, if you mean like for the recent changes. If you've been away for a while, like if you don't have strikers and stuff, although, well, the simple answer is actually, I'm gonna just link you to the recommended. And overall now, just making that striker that's at the top of that. Chances. Just for those wondering on that side. Most raids and stuff will also be fine when you're running those. So we used to oftentimes say like it's better to maybe go with
Critical systems exposed.
high ends for that, but honestly, outside of a few bosses, like just everybody can strike it. Wait, which server is still up? Oh, it's awesome. The one we're all standing around.
Data transfer halted. High risk target detected.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try supercharge here. So first, I'm gonna do an overcharge like that. That's gonna give me
Area secure.
tier 6, and then
Agent, you should be able to access the
and
reactor.
then completely wasted because of because of the thing ending. I was much too focused on getting it out more so than that's the end of it. And I'm gonna keep some of these that are. So I'm not looting those as junk, but I'm gonna keep a few of these that are full weapon damage, and then I'm definitely gonna make a virtuoso set. As a gear set, it's not good, but I definitely want to have one. In the same way, kind of that I have like an X0. X0 isn't good, but sometimes it's fun to just pull out and just play differently. Have to do a thing basically to make it work well. And then, yeah, especially for incursion, actually, as that's also in that list, yeah, you would want the one at the bottom, kind of. SMG ones are pretty good for that, just because of the ranges. It's just that.
Now that you're
I can
in, we
load
need to
that
decrypt
for
the safety
update
protocols.
stuff. Oh, it's easier. Okay, yeah, basically that recommended build list is gonna. Not everything is upgraded on it yet, but most of the builds as well. That it's mostly like if there's an Elmo on the build, the crit chance is going to be, you know, a little different because Elmo has less crit chance now. Do I have like? I think I got like 3 maxed out weapon damage gloves. The last one I picked up as well that was maxed out was a glove, I think, as well. I'm gonna go for the box first, to the detriment of everything else. It's a nice thing about FI, I'm still contributing even if I'm not actually contributing much. Because,
Good work decrypting
you
the
know,
protocols.
as long as people
You
are
need
at
to remove those
full
controls to get the reactor back
are
online.
at full armor, they benefit from a plus 25
Serious trauma detected.
to the total weapon damage. But overall, build-wise as well. So while some things got, you know, buffed and nerfed and stuff, the builds themselves didn't change much. It's more so some of the weapons. So for instance, Oreo got hit pretty hard. So Oreo definitely, you know, it still has a place.
Great work, Agent.
But
Now you just need to restart the reactor and keep any hostiles from
it's no
knocking it
longer like
offline
that
or killing
damage
you.
game that
No
used to be.
pressure.
Evacuate the facility.
So
5
if we
minutes
see,
to lockdown.
yeah,
Proceed immediately to your
tap to
nearest
full
exit.
with that. No.
Full lockdown imminent.
It's gone for the chest. And this thing just hitting for a cool 1.5 million. Yeah, that's it's mostly the global event and or the global modifier.
Nice. The
comments?
plant's secure.
Okay.
Now let's get you out of there. Move to the extraction point.
So you can't
Shoot off a flare
donate
when you're ready
in
for Torres
combat.
to bring you home.
Okay, we have Western extraction. Gonna go for the crate first.
System
Some
curtailed.
base weapons, for example, chatterbox built for solo open
Get
world.
on that
This nice
helo.
engine,
You've got
also
hunters
nice
incoming.
expertise. Yeah, the chatterbox is now really good. So that one's definitely worth keeping. Unless the team didn't go for the box.
System reactivated.
There might actually be a. Oh no, I'm gonna guess that's a foam FI. Or a foam eclipse, not FI. Is there somebody else overcharged there? Hopefully I was in range for the hunter. Yeah. Mostly for the dog tags. It's the other one. Oh no, actually that's just the normal kill.
System back online.
Long range by the teeth. You just wanna sit at pretty long range and just unload on people. Also farting myself by standing next to my hive. I know, while there are hunters up,
Shoot off a flare so Torres knows you're ready to go.
deploying the hive like I did there. Like if they hacked it, they can't actually. They still need to be inside of it for that hacked hive to kind of heal them. So a lot of people sometimes overreact to skills being deployed, but you gotta also. Like I've literally been. Sometimes people are like, you deployed your hive, and it's just like, yeah, just like a mile away from them. They if they had hacked it, they would have just been wasting their time. Because they still need to actually be in it for it to actually heal them. It's much more of an issue for like if it's a healing drone, because yeah, they'll hack that one and it'll go and stick to them. Heal them. Combat there. We have FI, we have ODs. Lots of buffing going on. I was curious what him was running there. And just full striker. Was this the? Oh, okay, so yeah, it was a foam eclipse with a BTSU.
Torres sees you. Helo inbound.
Would have been nice if they had waited that like extra 3 seconds here. Some space. Actually, how's this for Troza piece looking? So.
Let's get you home, Agent.
Ah, no, actually, it's gonna be fine. Oh, wouldn't have gotten an extra chopper anyway. Off we go. And yeah, we got 158 because we got all the hunters. It's a nice thing about linking up at the start.
If it wasn't for you, we would have
Everybody
lost
gets
the power.
all of the dog tags. Actually, yeah.
Safe
Chatterbox
area entered.
currently, especially for solo, especially on a build that can have the damage for it. Can make
Backpacks to
like Chatterbox is actually pretty OP. Let's keep those two. I'm just gonna dump them in the stash for now. Please have some space as well again in the stash. Or just tossing some stuff in there.
thanks for your business.
There's got a bunch of stuff in there for upgrading. Oh, actually, there's donate. And then that. And then for upgrading a few bunch of builds, and all of those pieces have now been, well, not all, but most of those pieces have been used at least by now. So I have a glove, I have an e-pad. Wait, is that all the pieces I got? Thought I already put some in there. Apparently, answer is no to that. Alright, so those at least max that. Wonder if that chest is going to be worth it if we're kind of doing pesty stuff. Because it's much more about the uptime of it. Because you could get 160 out of it. Somebody has made a clickbait video with that, right? With the chest active and going like... with the modifiers as well active and going like... it's doing 2 million a tick. Actually, yeah, let's make some progress maybe because we have good targeted on some missions. Maybe oh, actually, multiple of the strongholds have stuff that just could maybe give us an exotic component, so that would be nice. You know what? I'm just gonna equip an Eclipse. It's actually the thing here. Just random matchmake. We haven't done that in a while. Let's see what we get.
Invite.
I have modifiers on. I feel people should be expecting at this point for matchmaking. For modifiers to be on, so just gonna have them on.
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Running rifles.
You'll need to find a way to open that gate.
Wow, this team is set up so
We need
poorly
you to
here.
secure the memorial and remove the True Sun's forces.
Like setting up this far back
True Sons
is
will be a direct threat to the campus.
pretty bad.
An agent
What
needs
is
assistance.
that icon?
My armor's shot to shit.
How did these guys not kill that in that time? No cool skills right now. So let's put this down. Let's get set up for the boss. Play gym as well. Why not?
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
Here's what this team is running. Oh, this guy's
Check the interior while
Just
I get Henry's people
20K.
to maintain the perimeter.
no. You shouldn't do this. Fox's Prayer should be in there. You're gonna run rifles. Like, the Fox's Prayer would beat the third piece, Providence, by a lot. Also, you have more than enough crit chance there. Coyote would be a better choice as well. This is just bad. And striker tank kind of thing, actually. Except they're not a tech tank, actually. But... and we have a lot of requittals there, but if they're smart, they just let my fire kill most of their requittals. I'm gonna put my... And then they would close the distance, which they're not. So that one guy is like super tanky. Oh, they're at least they're at long range, so. There's that one guy. Where is he? Okay, it's at least pushing up now. But he's tanking from the back. Because if you're gonna be tanky, at least be up in the front. Which he's now. Also, you should have a shield out. Oh wow, a lot of stuff spawned here. That's actually...
Damn it. The True Sons have turned the memorial into a base. There's an area beneath you with increased security.
Yeah, we have no regen on.
Stay alert.
But that's fine. I'm just
walking
gonna
into.
deal with it the same way I deal with Fragile, which is basically after a while, my armor will be gone, and then I'm just on health. My health gate is my only safety. Just an incursion red build from your link. I would take something a little longer range. So the incursion is very short range. That's why it's an SMG build. Because SMGs can definitely outdo ARs and stuff, especially when you're shooting an enemy that is mostly armor. Stat padding going on. Well, multiple people stat padding.
EC62.
Those guys, they don't matter. Especially when you almost kill yourself with requital.
Can't afford to let the True Sons escape with those. You gotta find a way to close up that
Like,
tunnel.
those guys, you don't even have to shoot them. So all he did was cost himself a med pack there, which is a choice. But yeah, no, Countdown is a little bit more long range, so I would just take an Obliterate AR. Like just the ones at the top, basically. For Heroic, you can definitely go chest. Really? You guys are not gonna push up? Like, I've like shown them how aggressive I'm going. You would think that they would realize and just kind of push up. Especially with requital, like, these guys are True Sons. They're gonna have a lot of requittals. Your best bet is just to stack up on them short range and then... Oh wow, they spawned over there. Stack up on them short range and then... you don't have requital to deal with. Because most of them are going to be on fire anyway, so their special ammo is not going to be as effective because but yeah, I guess I'm kind of used to, especially on Lincoln. I've played Lincoln a lot and quite often with, you know, good players. We play pretty aggressively. You just... Especially this mission, you can really push it. So also this is this player's world, so they're just not looting because no, actually they went there. But they've skipped a lot of other loot, which is just
upstairs.
Like,
we can
why?
lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
Because when stuff is on fire, they don't return fire much. Sledge him. I said, let's sledge. Okay, no. Sledge just didn't want to work there for a second. I'm just gonna wait for the fire to go on. I'm actually gonna crack this heavy because I think I've noticed they don't seem to crack heavies. Because he can just shoot the explosive thing on his back. And that takes the chest away pretty easily, so...
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think closing the tunnel was smart? Fuck you. You
Both were going for it at the same time.
You rot down here.
I think somebody else opens the door for me. Come on. Somebody do it. Please. No? Okay. Jesus Christ. Too polite. Because if they open the door for me, it's much easier for me to like, send that chem. I'm hoping they do push up. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. I should change my thingies to actually is to liability, quick, and retribution. I'm gonna eclipse.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I'm requittling myself there. Really, flamethrower on the boss. 2024. People you would think would know by now. I'm gonna down myself. I'm actually gonna die.
Agent
Step in my own fire. And yeah, they let the heavy go
Agent deceased.
immune, so they're basically like, we're just here for a few minutes now. I was trying to get the heavies back, but I was. Why would a red shoot at that, right? When they can two-shot it. And all of that, like, they're fighting an immune enemy the whole time. Like, what are you doing? Just go hide. Like, it pops up immune. Like, he's still not dead. Like, this guy is still not dead.
Agent down.
Like, what? What are we doing?
Good work. Go on and head back up.
Yeah.
The team from the campus
was
is
this,
taking position inside the
Sliding this.
memorial.
Oh, what did that guy say? Sliding us. I mean, yeah. Well, so we have somebody watching. But, I mean, that wasn't bad, but yeah, that wasn't great. I can then, be a little cleaner. But yeah, I failed myself as well to get the backpack there. So I could have saved some time. And build for rifles. That as a general question for what this set up as, because yeah, it's basically Fox's 2-piece Suya. You can even go 3-piece. Like if you're going 2-piece, the 3rd piece for 30 weapon handling is actually not a bad deal.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sun's infrastructure.
That's kind of what I've
Confiscated a
been
massive cache of chemical
running as
weapons
well. Is
and eliminated the
just,
stronghold near the campus.
or well, as a high end.
You
At
should be
least.
proud.
So
You saved a lot of lives today.
Take it to the build collection or something.
An agent has left your group.
2 point something, yeah. So something like this isn't the worst choice because yeah, you can get that weapon handling, but then you can just use some of the higher end or higher damage rifles as well. And still kind of compete well. But you could also do this with like 2-piece with like sacrifice gift. And then yeah, just 2-piece Zuya and then and Fox's Prayer. And then yeah, if you're not going glass, then Cheska Grupo. But that would be the thing is though that rifles as well kind of fits really well on Umbra, kind of fits really well on Umbra, and kind of fit really well on Negotiator and also Ongoing. So I would generally just I would go for not per se high end, The thing is, even that high end is going to be quite a bit behind. Especially if you kind of get into the thing of playing Negotiator or Umbra kind of correctly. Good in line, but no countdown list. I'm missing something. The thing is, countdown is just another game mode basically. Like there is no like specific. I have actually a video. So yeah, if you're unfamiliar with it, I'm on the YouTube side of things. I don't remember how long ago it was, but actually a recommendation. So I made a countdown guide. So actually, if you kind of like on my channel search for countdown. The third video in that series with the guide was just about countdown builds. But the thing is, the countdown builds, like there's no like, to me, there's no like, some builds work a lot better in countdown, like OD and FI and stuff, but they're also like not countdown builds, basically. So they're smattered through there. But for countdown, yeah, definitely having a striker, having a red OD, having red FI, having maybe hazard protected foam, having, I'll even I have like a hazard protected FI and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I should work on the missions. Yeah. Let's do one more mission.
Received an invite to another.
For a second, the name there was Big Bull. I read that a little bit differently. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We need to prevent True Sons from using the metro to
I
transport chemical
like big
weapons.
bulls and I cannot
Start by
laugh.
disabling any operational trains you find.
You can't let those munitions be distributed.
Where's the rest of the team?
You saw what they did to the castle.
This guy is the truest of all patriots, and also he just runs in and just starts shooting, which never a good sign. Ooh, that is horrendous. That's not much better for PvE. Oh, am I?
Immediate medical
Wow,
assistance
we
needed.
made it all the way up. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna get out of here.
I'm gonna need a medic soon.
Agent down.
See if this guy kind of notices
An
that he's
agent
flanked.
needs assistance.
Shit, let's see what this last guy is, because that's also a lot of armor. This is just gonna be a long mission, though. Yeah, nah. Let's just.
You have
We'll take our leave. I'm just gonna go solo. Yeah, let's bang out actually 2 missions, just a stronghold and a mission. Is there anything? Do we have actually? No. Kind of looking for a new brand or for Tuoza somewhere. AR or something somewhere? No. What is this daily? Manning. Nah. Manning is pretty long. I'd rather just do DUI. Let's go to this. We might get an exotic out of this. I'm just gonna go solo. Because usually with random matchmaking, like even if there's one person kind of running okay builds and stuff, it's a net plus, and I kind of like running Eclipse, but oh, actually, you know what? Let's take the upgraded OD tech tank, especially with modifiers on. Actually, I will take persistence. So let's take heroic. Let's say 5 directives. Although actually no regen kind of sucks. Yeah, maybe I don't. Yeah, let's not take no region. Like 4 dragons. Yeah.
Black Tusk has already established a foothold here. Dislodging them isn't going to be easy.
Oh, it's a fucking. Oh, no, I don't. I don't want the invaded version. Didn't even notice it was invaded. I just want, because I especially don't want to deal with like. I don't want to deal with
The ramp to the parking
disruption
garage looks
rounds.
like your best way in.
Bunch of stellates for short range.
Where you think? Son of a bitch!
That's always the annoying thing. You have to first do a whole reload and then.
Deploying RPG.
I bet you don't do that. I bet you instead be on fire. And this thing is pretty weak. It's still enough for, especially, especially with the modifier. You kind of just run around with. Also, I'm clicking. I'm still clicking. Just hold the button down. There we go. I'm still not used to it. Let's get some special ammo into this. Oh, God damn it, stop reviving. No revives.
True Sun's munitions detected.
Heroic countdown. Yeah. So with heroic, you can definitely like the chest striker is like the go-to for it, as long as there is no like close range buff up. There's intense sounds every time I do countdown and countdown. Like YouTube Reels song?
We need to
Come
figure
from
out what
nobody
they're
else,
doing
yeah.
here. See if you
There's
can
some
find
good
any
tracks
intel on
in
their
here.
operation.
Usually music then turned down quite a bit. But there's a bunch of memorable ones. Emergency. I know. Wait, did I actually shoot the
Seems like
balloon?
these guys are salvaging
Or
and
did I forget?
repurposing anything they can from this place. They're crafty bastards. I'll give them that.
I know. Yeah, diplo. Because yeah, we'll
shells.
take that one
Looks like they're
extra
earmarked
piece
for
of
the
loot
plaza.
from that. From the secret room at the end. Why didn't I take the rope?
Tag anything useful and I'll send in a recovery team later.
And blow the shit out of anything too dangerous.
Bet you thought.
Blow the shit out of anything too dangerous. Okay. These guys are pretty dangerous.
We've been Get out of there! Deploying turret!
It's too bad about no regen for this season. No regen wasn't here. This could be a pretty good, actually, like 5 directed hit.
True Sun's
Because the thing is, as long as you
Keep moving. We need to clear the next hole.
kind of get kills in one mag, you're gonna be fine. Here and there, maybe we'll actually do a pistol
When
kill
you're done fucking things up there.
Keep moving. You still got 2 halls to clear.
or some extra ammo.
Hostile radio intercepted.
And basically, as long as
On my 6!
enemies are dying in one mag,
We gotta secure that ordnance.
or we're getting a kill at least in one mag, which Here, even with the boss fight, like the boss wouldn't per se maybe die in one mag, but what we can do is just, you know, put half a mag in him, kill something next to him, and then kind of go back.
In the vast reaches of space.
Hello. Come on, at Mars is fine.
Creating and sustaining life. We know that Mars once had vast oceans. That many of the elements found on Earth could only.
I was gonna say, in the solo version of this is that they spawn on that side and then they spawn on top again and then.
Our solar system sustains life. Possible. Building blocks that allowed organisms to evolve from single-cell elements to complex living beings like you and me. Light years away.
Cake of the LVOEC as always. Although you're gonna get used to it. I was gonna say there's something still alive in here. Because part of this is not even the recoil of the weapon, there's also screen shake there. Which I'm not sure the SIG also has. Sure, I'll try that. Actually, we didn't keep the SIG, did we? On character, no. Barely in long range. And one of the things with requital is as well, as long as we're... oh shit, I need to, yeah. Oh yeah, that's why cool skills is also a thing, right? So, one thing I can do is equip my, or like drop my hive like I did there. Against the shock rounds. But then of course I lose my shield.
Serious trauma detected.
A lot of my strength is in my shield. So.
This is it.
So I should pick up my hive.
We're being.
What? Oh, the reset or the deconstruction of the hive. Okay. Also triggers cool skills, of course. That's annoying. The cool skills is an easy way to deal with, dropping the hive is an easy way to deal with the shock rounds. But cool skills, of course, takes that away. And honestly as well, in missions, like I can always sneak under the range of it.
Evidenced by these images. At one point,
Alright, you all stay there for a second. There we go. Okay. Thanks for the turrets that will shoot you. Nice. Also, one of the ways to deal with enemy requital is with a hard-hitting weapon. And that was all. Yeah.
There are also minerals present on the surface of Mars that could only have been formed in a liquid water environment.
Because requital increases in strength the more shots you have on the target. Like every time you're hitting the enemy, the stacks go up. Oh, wow. That's kind of annoying actually. Maybe I will reconsider on the LVOC. Actually, yeah, for the next mission, let's try the SIG again.
Mechanical components.
Because the
detected.
shake on this
Agent,
is
advising
actually...
scan the parts.
Like, it's not too bad when it's on a strikers where you have 15 handling, but... We don't have that 15 handling. What was it? The last balloon. Enter the secret room. That's a lot of shock rounds. So let's go get this crate that always gets forgotten as well. And hey there, Hibachi. And Alex as well.
Sending a recovery team.
It's not the
Link
best,
up
or
with them
say
and you'll be
something
done
like
there.
HCR says. HCR says is definitely no longer in contention. I would say it's between kind of this,
They can
the
rig it with a warhead,
SIG.
so with propulsion, they wouldn't even need a guidance system to hit the White House or a settlement.
Kinda goes without
Actually, yeah,
saying,
those two
but
kinda.
if you see any missiles lying
This
around,
and the, especially
be
the
sure they
6
can never,
CQB.
ever be used.
Both, because both of them as well have a recoil pattern that is kind of not too horrendous. Because, for instance, the lightweight M4, the
Database hatch
MDR,
indicates designation
bunch of others
LMR-90.
have like
That would
recoil
be the
patterns that
missile
pull up
engine.
real high. So you have
Please
to,
neutralize
especially if
that
you're
fucking
fighting
thing by
on
any
auto,
means
you have to
necessary.
recoil compensate pretty hard for
Damn
them.
it. The salvage crew just ran into
Where,
those
yeah,
reinforcements.
those kind
They
of
need
return
backup.
to center basically after each shot. That can also be annoying if you're not used to it, because it does affect your, you know, how you're supposed to recoil compensate for them. So. So here we have this guy. He's not gonna die in one mag, but then I'll kind of take him halfway, kill something else, and then go back to him. Oh, that's requittals.
Vital signs
I
critical.
might actually die here. Saved by the quick mech pack. If I didn't have that there, I would have been dead because I stepped in some fire.
True Sun's munitions factory is out of action and they lost a big stockpile of ordnance.
Because I put like half
Showing
of
the
a
fact
mag
that the
in that
settlement
guy
can scavenge those workbenches and
without
tools.
actually
And I'd
paying
say it's been a
attention
pretty
to.
good day.
I was talking and not paying attention to that yet. Let's actually, yeah, let's go grab that SIG again. Do it at the White House so we don't lose our mementos. I'm gonna go to DOA as well, but then with the SIG. See how I feel about that one. Oh, actually, I missed the one way earlier. Is the Division 2 fixed yet? I didn't know it was completely broken. Was it? Fixed in what way? Because, yeah, the opinions that people have on things that are broken is different. If you mean if it crashes less, maybe if you were around like Season 9 or stuff, where it was pretty heavy on the crashing, like yeah, that kind of stuff is a lot less now. Let's actually go with the CQB. I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put. Say this down here. We'll need one more crit chance then, right? I'll dash is fine. And what we'll take, I'll just take retribution. Is that a persistence? Now let's go try it out with this. I'll wait for on Heartbreaker bills. Have all red Heartbreakers that I don't know. Oh, it doesn't like both of them are kind of around the same level. The thing you gotta remember though is so I will generally consider this I'm not gonna take cool skills, we'll just take these three. I'll actually disorient is fine. Heartbreaker stacking. Like if it's stacking got basically fixed.
Leadership in one decisive blow.
Because it's currently like
down. Every last one of them.
If you run Striker or if you run both, you'll know that Heartbreaker stacks a lot worse than Striker does. Like kind of eats into it a little bit. But yeah, the AR videos are basically the next thing. Well, likely even like maybe even this evening or tomorrow we'll record them on stream. Use that as our status effect there. Might just go with a 60 KB instead. That LVOC is kind of fine on something which has like I use it on secondary on strikers. It's impressive how much 15. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah. Guess we're going back to SIG. Oh well, the full OD is with Carnage. The real reason I'm going with a rifle here is much better damage per mag against ARs or SMGs, of course, which OD kind of likes. And they can still be used with shields. Because yeah, Carnage actually, it's kind of looking at its stats yesterday, yeah, not much is going to be that. Negev is now just a pretty solid LMG, so. And the one thing that rifles really lack, and I'm just hoping that'll get addressed at some point. Because it basically needs, the devs to kind of just help with that is the second stat. Their class stat is 17 crit damage when SMGs have 21 crit chance, when ARs have 21 damage to health, when LMGs have 12 detox. And so like yeah. It's a lot that they're missing. And also, yeah, we're gonna actually end up looking to like kind of not per se specifically Heartbreaker, but kind of Striker versus Heartbreaker, because a lot of people that I feel because we kind of calculate this stuff on stream and stuff, I should just turn it into a video. Reaches more people in that way. But kind of looking at basically where OD kind of lands now, we're kind of
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Even stuff like aces and stuff. Kind of just going a comparison between strikers, just strikers, and then like maybe Heartbreakers and Umbra and OD and Negotiator and stuff like that. Because likely I'll do AR, SMG, and then that. That's kind of the three like mainline videos, and I think I'm gonna do a few build overviews in between as well, the shorts. Queen's best modifier for DOS players? Trying to like think of like what DOS means in there. No, but just to reset the revive hack. So just like run and gunny players or something. The thing is though, liability is really good. Retribution, especially because you can make space for retribution as well in any build, because you can now swap to crit damage mods on the weapon, basically. Always being able to make some space for it. And yeah, and By the Teeth is also really good. So
Local power offline. Circuit breaker detected.
I wouldn't mind running it actually for just even like pulsing faster, but all like a lot of that stuff is very strong. I think Retribution plus Quicken for like skill builds and stuff can actually be a really good combo. Oh, DPS play. I didn't. Yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of like with like the seasons when we have scavenge skills. That's actually like it's actually pretty handy for red players. For when they yeah, just get their hive back more quickly. But yeah, the trifecta of like retribution, liability, and By the Teeth is kind of, I feel kind of hard to beat. Should try to get a few more kills with the pistol. Actually, was we've eaten a few rounds of ammo. I also have Vindictive on my pistol, so using Redify with Coyote to benefit group DPS will work well, I guess. Thinking about nerf on Striker side, should running a 5. Okay, damage, say heroic. Easy. So, FI overall, on a 4-man is... So a Redify. Like running 4 Strikers would technically be more damage. But you can of course get a little bit more utility out of an FI. Even in a 4-man, because they can do a little bit of healing. It's not like great, but you know, they can be enough to, for instance, offset no regen. They can, you know, heal people up in between fights. Just a hive goes down and just, you know, heals people up. So there's more utility to them there. But yeah, FI, like Red FI really comes into its own in 8-man, where you have, you know, it's buffing 7 people, and it's only 12.5% of the team instead of 25% of the team. But Coyote, yeah. So the version, like the Redify that I like is in the recommended build list as well. It's with Vigilance and with Coyote. And then, yeah, if there's too many Coyotes, you can always go different routes. But BTSU is definitely a choice as well. BTSU can help you also give your hive actually a lot of skill haste, and even without skill tiers, you can use it to supercharge, because you can double overcharge basically, and on the second one you'll be skill tier 6, and that does count for giving the full, you know, the overcharge to all others, which I generally call a supercharge. So to me it's basically always between those two. Either you put a Coyote in or you put a BTSU in. And then, but yeah, Redify really comes into its own with like 8-man. like countdowns and raids. Like, if you're using it, yeah, as said, like for also like healing and stuff, and just minimal healing, because even it's minimal healing is enough to like have no regen on, and you know they can heal enough. They won't heal you like through the combat and stuff, but they'll heal you just enough that, you know, if you're a little bit chip damaged out of combat, they can kind of just
Still there, sweetie? Hello?
fill you back up.
Everybody get yourselves ready. This situation is serious.
Because I think in 4-man team, especially now, OD will perform better. Because OD keeps a lot more of its own damage. And especially a sadist OD can, you know, give those, especially if you're just doing missions and stuff, because the only place that like OD really isn't the top pick anymore is, the thing is with FI, of course, you can have it on without stuff dying. So raids and stuff doesn't, not enough, you know, if you're fighting Buddy and Lucy, you can't make special ammo happen. So it's much more about that. So situationally between those two, it's that. And yeah, nowadays True Patriot is like not even really in the picture as well, because that's technically the third buff build, but it's gone to the point where basically nobody. True who? Which Patriots? Basically only Pepper Ridge Farm for peppers. True Patriot does. I'm gonna just, for no particular reason, stay really far away. It's totally not because I bite the teeth. Let's get this guy out of here. Oh, I need to actually watch out because, yeah, thank you for coming over here and giving me some ammo. Need to watch out to just not run out of special ammo. 3 million a shot there. 3 million a shot there. A crit. Because that's by the teeth, of course, kind of coming in. This guy is just barely in mid range. Actually, I'm just gonna. Well, actually. Let's go with close range down. Sir, have you considered not having ammo? Wait, what? I changed you.
Diesel, what's going on down there? Diesel, are you dead too, you inbred son of a bitch? Everybody
He
get
said
to
the
your
line.
now.
Yeah. So build that you're running at the moment for your rifle. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna running the OD Tech tank just for, but it's already also in the build collection, updated. Although, yeah, it's with the LVOC there. I might, yeah. I'm gonna reconsider. We're gonna actually likely change the build picture in a second. So this would be 3.12. Yeah, 3.12. It's this one in the build collection. I'll link to it as well here. But yeah, the rifle is gonna likely change to a SIG with or a 6 CQB instead of the LVOC. The LVOC has just too much screen shake. It's kind of annoying. Actually, it does. I mean, well, yeah, the link will work. Yeah. Actually, I'll put it in both chance with that link. But yeah, it's basically the upgraded OD tech tank with. It's not good though. It's the like this. The only thing it really provides here is that I can run this and I can have Pistolero on and not per
Toxins
se.
at unsafe levels.
I'm not per se.
Failing.
You know, I don't need to
Air
run a
filter
pistol.
function restored. Air quality acceptable.
And also here, the heavy lifting is really the global or the global modifier.
We got devils
Like,
in our
that's
house
doing
and
the heavy
need to
lifting.
kill us all. Stand and fight. You hear me? Stand and fight.
Is that where I find it? Yeah, gift is a DZ item. So yeah, that one you either get it from the DZ. Although, so what you can also do, but it's not gonna get you that item. But over time, if you spend enough as well, just getting named item caches and stuff, especially if you're not done with proficiency and such, it's okay and worth it to get named item caches from global events, from, you know, the countdown vendor and stuff like that. And you'll get one eventually. Also keep out an eye, because we've had as well on the countdown vendor, the third slot of the countdown vendor is basically a random named item, and that can be DZ items as well. Also keep in mind that a gift is definitely an upgrade, but it's barely an upgrade, right? It takes your vigilance from 4 seconds to 3 seconds, so it's more of the you know, the cherry on top and not like the main ice cream and stuff. So don't overdo it with that. Also, like generally you want to wait till it's Providence targeted on the DZs, otherwise yeah, there's too many items to rely on the normal drops. You basically need targeted and then also to get lucky. And this thing with the modifiers and everything, this could be a good.
Leaves the faction in disarray. I'll send teams to start
Because honestly, for instance, with a mission like this as well, I could have taken cool skills there, because cool skills only affects. I didn't deploy my hive once to counter shocks, so I could have even taken a cool skills there. And yeah, we did complete the weekly project there. Let's go get cleaned up. If you go to and run the pulse and gunner, you get increased effectuation and radius. Running with their fixes stacking. Pretty certain that there has the same stacking issues as everything else. The thing is though that a pulse, the
Glad to see you, Agent. Thank you, Agent. I appreciate it.
Jamming and stuff will like completely disable, and you become such a weak build at that point that it's like, because that's the thing, like the jamming does not disable the link laser pointer. But I've definitely tried running it without link laser pointer and stuff, especially for instance for the I used to have a PFE, Heartbreaker PFE. But yeah, that doesn't work well. Also, the dare, unless it's been fixed, is still also 5 crit chance less than other stuff. So actually, a lot of LMGs with normal flatline would beat it, because this is like losing 3% just on like this muzzle that still hasn't been fixed, right? Or oh no, the muzzle has been fixed. Oh yeah, the muzzle got fixed a long time ago. But yeah, the GR9 is still gonna lose to and a bunch of other weapons, and pretty harshly so. Surprising that I forgot that they had fixed that a while back. Used to still always have the because it came into the game as a model of the stoner, so it has that stoner. It used to have that stoner muzzle. But that got fixed actually with like project results. That's how little we used it there. Because, the thing is, what really helps the stacking is to be on a lower RPM weapon, but that or the stacks to register. But that doesn't, of course, help the stacking. That makes the stacking even worse because you would much rather the thing is it's always going to be compared to Striker, and Striker just counts every stack consistently. This one's a little bit too expensive.
Thanks for the business.
Think of maybe keeping it there, man. Is that guy actually from the actual Bros? No. What's it saying? Let's put her back on. That's for now. Let's actually, because I have another half hour most. So maybe I should bang out another weekly real quick. Because I've done it on character 1, I think, but not the rest. Yeah. Yeah, True Patriot definitely True Patriots, System Corruption, Rigor, X0. Oh, yeah, Tip of the Spear. Those 5 really could use buffs. And maybe they'll get them, right? Hopefully they will. Did I already have... Okay, no. Oh, I just need a stronghold on this character. Let's go do... But do I want to do DUA again? No. Actually, yeah, let's do DUA, and actually let's do it with... Yeah, let's do it with this backfire build. I'm just curious how it'll perform. Might wipe once, but... We've warmed up now with DUA. It's fresh in our minds. What is PFE? Protection from elites. So builds that are set up to be protected from elites. For instance, this is a version. Oh, for instance, there's actually a countdown version where we have galvanized and vanguard. But generally, you can also make damaging versions of this. So there's of a striker version. Some character 2 rate, 216 likely, not 215. So for instance, this is a striker version of PFE. So you put just basically 70 with survivalist, you get 70. So that was the one that was kind of trying to make work on Heartbreaker, but then without survivalist or with survivalist at points, because you know, if you can take technician, but then you kind of, but oh yeah, it's still here. Because yes, some of the old builds that are no longer in the collection, I still keep them around as X builds at the bottom. So this was the Heartbreaker version of it. With Survivalist, and I'm trying to make it work with the Pulse and Kingbreaker or Dare or stuff like that. And yeah, nah. The thing is, yeah, you get jammed and it's just, it's over. And especially the place I was going to use this the most is like Countdown. And yeah, Countdown has some jams. So it just didn't work out well. But yeah, let's actually run. So yeah, we can take special ammo because we're mostly immune to it. We'll take Fog of War, nothing else, because I want my hive, I want my shield. Now let's mess around with this backfire build.
This is a chance to
But this is basically a
a
full red, but then instead of the full redness of it, we're also
every last one of them.
mostly. Because it's all 90% all round, and then one bleed mod for 100 for that. Oh, I'm playing this as if it's like a Hunter's Fury, but it's really not. Okay, we have 70 stacks. I'm actually gonna run forward a bunch here. I'm gonna kind of run faster. Just to keep my stacks going. And I do have the modifier on, so that really helps damage and stuff as well. But yeah, I'm almost 100 stacks. Although here, like, yeah, I'm gonna go looting, so... And it's gone. But the backfire is a much better place with just 100 stacks. Like, that part definitely. I'm way too aggressive with this. I'm gonna get myself killed. It's kind of nice for those moments, so I actually did accidentally hit the pouch there on that rusher, but it was like a half-second disorient because we're mostly immune. I could actually see this being maybe good, especially the chest variant of this for lovebirds. So the barkiest dog ever, I'd say. Because it would also be, you know, the shocks, or you could even take 10% for the shocks. Although if you're getting healed as well, that's going to give you like that last 50% you need. But this thing would just barely get shocked.
Might be a trap.
I'm actually gonna try to get a few of these things. Stand there, so I don't want the thing to still be there.
Serious trauma detected.
Just outside of optimal. I'm just gonna let him come. He's gonna waddle his way my way. And liability does affect armor plates as well, so. Oh, we just tear through him.
Local power offline.
Another thing is, if you're going to 200 stacks,
Circuit
which is
breaker
this,
detected.
it's gonna kind of hurt. But you could still like stack halfway with the ACS and then swap and then. I mean, like on low breaks or something. Well, this as a red build kind of just works. Much more so than like before. Part of it is as well, actually it got a buff by Cheska being 2-piece 20% now, so basically did gain a mod back, basically.
This fucker's coming right at
How many stacks? Not even halfway. I wouldn't mind trying this thing out in 4-man. Also, yeah, oh yeah, we'll do that this evening. Keep forgetting. This is also actually one of the builds that need to be. Okay, actually, there I got set on fire, but yeah, it was just a half of a second. because I have 90 all-round hazard protection. I'm curious actually, because this might be one of the few places where it wouldn't lose too much with a ninja bike. Because with a ninja bike, we would be 80% still. We could put a one-piece Cheska. And then one-piece Sokolov. And then get, you know, Sokolov plus its 2 bonuses. We'll use both bonuses of Cheska. You will definitely lose some damage. But if it gives... But then, you know, if we have 2 tiers from that, if we have 2 skill tiers for a shield... Or well, we have a blue core and a skill tier for shields.
Immediate medical assistance
down
needed.
here. Or maybe not.
Agent out of action. Serious trauma detected.
We're set up in the mall. They're not getting through here. Don't die, motherfucker. Not a chance.
I believe there might be a chance. Yeah, for 2 years, what is best to do? Level up watch first? Well, I mean, what? There is no best in Germany. It kind of depends what you want to set some goals. And what will help with basically all goals that you will have is just making a few builds, trying to find a few builds that you kind of think, you know, you enjoy. And then, yeah, if you're kind of into grinding, like some people like grinding levels, but some people also just, you know, want to find the clan and maybe like do incursions and raids and stuff. And, you know, or if you want to go into PvP, that's like, so there's different goals to be had. One thing I can just outright say is, especially if you, well, are on the PvE end of the spectrum, I'll link to the recommended build list there. Still getting updated slowly, the builds in it, like not the actual, like the builds that are there, it's going to be those builds, but we just recently had a big update that changed a bunch of stuff. Should actually be careful here. I don't have a hive. I want this sniper gun. That's the most dangerous thing here. At the very least, you would want, you know, a reliable build. So, for instance, in that list, there is. Starts off with a striker. Having a striker can be really handy. So these guys to close the distance. Rogue agents detected.
Hello? Fuck. Everybody get yourselves ready. This situation is serious.
Rogues. So I could just put a Scorpio on this, but you know what, actually, let's, we were talking about PFE earlier. So one of the places where PFE really works well, although this isn't the greatest PFE for this kind of fight. This one is much more set up for Countdown, where, you know, it's giving blue armor basically to everyone. But still, it has a Scorpio and it is a PFE. We're just gonna take that and make this fight a non-fight, basically. They can't really hurt me. Their skills can. Like if they have maybe a sniper turret or something. But yeah. But honestly, the Scorpio, especially solo, is enough. You know, let's go overkill. Because this thing as well, that's why the rest of it is red.
Hostile phaser drone detected.
Why the rest of the build is like underneath the cores and stuff is all red, because most of these blue stats are not worth it. And then, like against this guy, you know, he would have to shoot me a while. Also, I have a how much percent regen do I have? So 3% regen. So, and he will eventually get through me. Like that's still heroic, but also I should hear liability Liability, I take 30% more damage. So. That's not helping it ever. Yeah, that's why you make a BF.
Rogue agent eliminated.
Just for making rogue fights non-fights. Let's go back to that backfire now. Because you can't just rush in with a full red and just Scorpio them, but it can go wrong. Because if they get a sniper turret down or something, or Stinger Hive is also really always annoying. Yeah, there's some resources back there, but all the way back there. And neither the striker. For some reason, I was trying to. My brain went with like. I was trying to like go with like treasure or something. I was just dyslexic for a moment there. There were strikers like was in the one that misses loose stacks rather than mess with pieces values. I mean, even in Div 1, it was the meta. Like that doesn't per se like eat too much into it. I think actually, so that 85 would have been nice. I'm just gonna straight up say, one of the things I would love for them to do is so maybe maybe having Obliterate Striker be like 85 stacks, and then having a Chest Striker, because honestly, the bigger issue, in my opinion, is kind of Chest Striker. Oh, actually, I'm gonna so normally I would shoot the barrels here, of course, to destroy the car. But actually, let's shoot the car because I can get 100 stacks, right? We'll be fully stacked. Are we fully stacked? Yeah, we're fully stacked. Oh yeah, we're staying on long range. I'm gonna get my by the teeth stacks, and then it's still not that high actually. Well, I mean, 1.5 million at 850 RPM. That's not, although well, striker RPM actually, so a little higher. It's not too bad.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
What's going on down there?
Man, that dog in the background, not sure it's coming through the mic, but yeah. Humans and their pets sometimes. Because I think actually just balancing it further, especially Chest Striker being like, you know, maybe make it like 150 or something. Or maybe like at most the 170 or something. Or just give healing on the chest or something.
Airborne toxins at unsafe
Because they can never
failing.
really balance high ends up
function
to kind of
air quality acceptable.
easily meet something like strikers. And they really created that different issue for themselves, kind of with Heartbreakers first and then with Strikers second. They're kind of stuck in it, man. Honestly, I don't think that New Balance is bad at all. Or at least it's better than it used to be. Heartbreaker is competitive, Negotiator is competitive, Hunter's Fury is competitive, Umbra is competitive. You have 5 sets that are pretty competitive with each other. Most people will still run Strikers, and part of that will just be its mechanic light. You know, kind of did a build showcase on it a few days ago, actually. So one of the points of it was also just, it's easy. You just shoot, you know, you shoot stuff, and then your shooty stuff makes your shooty stuff do more shooty stuff. There's no like, you know, get in cover, get out of cover. There's no. Because strikers could be a little bit further behind. Although, well, then Heartbreaker will take over, but because that's kind of also the same. It's just you shoot stuff and then you shoot stuff better because you shot stuff.
This is gonna feel good.
Come on down. Hey, I got 100 stacks again. So it's kind of working out with like fights like this.
Taking out the hyena leadership.
Like when the
leaves
boss
faction
spawned, I was at
disarray.
100 stacks
I'll send
in the
teams to start
background.
securing the supplies and the equipment those bastards were hoarding. And now little Dessa knows.
So this thing actually,
Leader settlement will be able to rest a little
even though
easier
we're
now.
giving up a ton of crit chance, crit damage, so you kind of gotta see it like this. Like this is a 60 296 when it's fully stacked, right? Versus a normal striker, because we still have a blitz rate, we still have like the 60 crit chance here, so it's just this. And even at 100 stacks, we'll be 196, and then we're hazard, like most of the way to hazard protected as well. So this thing definitely has some value now, more so than it used to. But yeah, you still have to, you know, you're adding even more stacking, you're starting even weaker than a normal striker, so kind of can hurt. End goal PvP Dark, so I'm going against Bandlands. Well, yeah, just the start on the PvE end a little bit. Nowadays, in the DZ as well, there is now bracketing, so there are brackets. So I actually definitely go in already if you're, you know, sub 1k. There's a bracket 1 to 490 or 500 maybe. So it's 1 to 500 maybe, and then 501 till 1k, and then there's the 1k plus bracket. So if you go in below 1k, you'll be, you know, you'll be either mostly empty, DZ will be mostly empty, or you'll find people around your own level, which might lead to some easier fights for now, so you can kind of get, you know, kind of get the hang of it. And I'm not so much of the PvP or conflict, well, DZ or conflict kind of player, so. But there's definitely some around, and yeah, to kind of have a look at them. There's a bunch of them stream as well, so. Kill things till they die from it, yeah, exactly. We kill things till they're dead, and then we kill them a little bit more. Till they're deader. So yeah, that one's done as well. Actually, while we're here, I wanted to quickly which piece was it even? I don't even remember. I remember needing to check on this character if a piece was still on them. Yeah, that's still on them. Let's put that one back. Although I might just get rid of this golden chest. Nah, let's put the electric one in the stash. Skull and Chest was one of those that like took me forever to grind out. Like I remember going after this quite a while. It was before streaming still, but and in the end it's also like barely a difference between this Golan and just going yellow sacrifice. It's barely a difference. It's not even worth it really, and you can nowadays also just go electric, of course, which is actually super easy. But kind of considering, do I want to calculate this out? But nah, not really. Let's maybe just go do. Yeah, let's go to character 2. Let's see what, because we did character 3, right? Yeah, we did the OD tech thing. So. Let's go to character 2. Let's see.
Safe area detected.
How much of the... Because this weekly is so easy that... Although, well, it's not per se easy, but it's so open that, yeah, like, we should definitely just do it. And it's Monday, of course, so it's the last day. So, so I do want to do a True Sons mission. Those names are just normal enemies. But then... maybe. Actually, you know what? So let's make sure this is on first, and this is set. Yeah. I'm gonna grab. Oh, actually, his Eclipse is set up even. I'm just gonna match me. We need 2 normal missions anyway, and then a stronghold. So.
Invite to another.
That's the that gives him. Outcast Monday. The bounties that you get, like it just says, as it says as well, it's just heroic bounty.
Oil refinery system compromised.
So
That's
it's not
sweet music to my ears.
it's not tied to like
Oil
what faction
refinery
gave
inoperative.
the thing. So yeah, you will quite often get
Good.
you'll often get like that.
Hostiles detected nearby.
Watch out! That refinery is falling apart, and the pieces will have to land somewhere. Avoid the impact
Oh,
areas.
Norwegian, so yeah, I should watch out for that.
Another agent is now in your group.
And it's trying to tanker already halfway. Other people have modifier on.
Just caught sight of Conley on the tanker. She moved through the rift in the middle.
This place is
Keep it up. You're
Cheska.
right on her tail.
Could use actually a Cheska chest, a Cheska backpack. For bonus armor, even after it reached max size, would always run Heartbreaker over Striker. Yeah, but then also you would have infinite. There's a reason it's like that. I know a lot of people like give it shit for that, but yeah, there's a very good reason why it counts it basically in the same way that like every stack that is active gives. Everything's looted already. Because yeah, otherwise you would have infinite stacks. And as you can imagine, infinite of something is a good way to break the game. So generally, that gets away then. Whatever, sadly. No. I mean, especially now, definitely not. So something like the Heartbreaker takedown, especially if you're going blue cores, if you're going blue cores in any way, like, there's definitely some value to Heartbreaker.
Sounds to me like you're getting warmer, Agent. Keep at it.
Especially as well if you're kind of just doing it right. And for instance, yeah, with a Heartbreaker tank tank, for instance, I would, especially now, so even though the Striker tech tank didn't itself lose much, because it wasn't using the backpack anyway, but what it was using was the Oreo, which kind of got hit. I was expecting this to be already dead. Wait, why do I have a jammer secondary? What? Game. Just reset me there. Apparently I was outside of the playable area. Those guys took a while to get. And I could definitely use a hive here instead of the jammer. Because we're using this just to get a build picture from it. I got the jammer on for that. Is everything looted? Yes, it is.
Like the green poison, the division's resilient, operating without reflection, just doing what it's programmed to. Pathetic. But we're experts with fire.
Someone's
And
running
with
the
fire will
thermals.
eradicate the division, just like we'll eradicate the
Gonna
virus that
assume.
Joe Barrow started.
The cleaners really did a number on her.
Even that's looted.
Jesus.
Okay, we're gonna assume everything's looted.
Gas valve detected.
I've got a visual on Conley again. She's moved to the upper deck.
Gonna go up
Looks like she's
here.
preparing for her last stand.
Typical.
None of the
extremist.
methods is
Doubling down on
particularly
insanity.
faster than any of the others. Especially seeing as we also have to wait for this. Anyway. Let's see if someone rushes through. Quite often people in random matchmaking do rush through here. The best is to just everybody stick here and just kill the heavies together. Without going through and pushing the button, but it's too much to expect from randoms, especially for instance that guy. Okay, what happens now is that they're gonna spawn around, and this just makes it annoyingly harder. Like there's no reason at all to do what that man is doing. I'll stay for the, because I don't even like, they're just now fighting by themselves that, and they have a, like, I kind of want to let this heavy reach him. I can't remember. Maybe he'll learn a lesson. Man, sadly, he'll get away with it. That's not about, but you forget what the gear is kind of designed for is also kind of. It gives you 100 stacks worth of like if it gives you 100% of bonus armor, like that's still a lot, and it gives you it at the start where, because you can use that to stack up with, is the thing. You can, you know, if you're pushing in and then ACS stacking, even with a red, just because of that bonus armor, you can kind of keep it going a little bit at that start, which is kind of the, because once you're stacked, you can kind of swap to
Sounds like you're on the right track.
any weapon you like and then kind of keep more distance.
Conley's in the control room.
I didn't get this.
Get ready, Agent.
For
It's
some
time to
reason,
end this.
This is included. Wait, have they wiped on the heavies there? That what happened earlier? So the stagger other people's pulse, you can. If enemy is pulsed, it doesn't matter what the source is.
Kick her ass, Agent.
Like if somebody else is running Night Watcher or something and is pulsing the whole time and stuff, you can. You don't technically need to run your own, but the thing is that that will still kind of, that will still not kind of be great, because
Rhodes, that fire tower there. Anything we can do about it?
you can't
Gotta be a
rely on
power source
others.
on it some way. Destroying that usually does the trick.
Should be long range.
We're almost the same. Like the division, all our work is about providing the right conditions for life to prosper. But your ignorance is obscuring your ability to realize this. As long as you live, you'll be in our way.
No one's gonna shoot the thing. 17k and 2.5k, and like I can't shoot
Easy
this
peasy.
thing.
Power
I
source
don't do
knocked out.
anything.
Tower disabled.
You really have no idea what you are doing. The cause you are compromising right now.
That's bad guy code.
A
for
headshot,
You're
hot
doing
shot in the
really
team.
great.
Let's see if they're willing
Keep
to
at
give
it.
up their hot shot at least on the boss as well. Especially if they maybe have the modifier active, although I think they don't have the modifier active, which is like the one person that very easily could have it on.
Gas valves detected.
Time to improvise. See if you can do anything with those valves.
Somebody at the valve. They're standing next to it, my friend. Hit button. Push button.
Oil gas pressure redirected.
Let's get out. Let's get Conley sledged.
You flushed her out, Agent. Now take her down.
Serious
Should
trauma
have been
detected.
dead. That's not
That was allowed you using an armor kit. Cover me. I got this. You really think you can hit me? God,
Got the back way over right here. No.
Well, that was something. Fire, explosions, homicidal maniacs. A bit rich for my taste, but I can see why you guys like it.
You did a lot today. We shut down the cleaner's oil pipeline.
Nemesis
got rid of
as
Conley.
completion reward.
Keener can't use her to
Kind
target
of
the
curious,
JTF
actually.
anymore.
Yeah.
And we're one step closer to catching him. Well done, Agent. Yes!
That's
You got her!
not really a PvE build. Oh yeah, it's running headshot. And Umbra.
An agent is no longer in
Wait,
your
what is
group.
even the third piece Petrov? Anyway, we get ourselves an Imperial Dynasty because that's what that one is gonna be. Although we don't get it because we're just going to get through. Wait, what is the third piece Petrov? Oh, I have a contractors, right? Ammo capacity. Not even mag size, it's ammo capacity. Alright. 4.
An agent has left.
Because that guy had 2 pieces with a ninja bag. 3-piece Umbra had 2-piece Petrov and a ninja bag.
You have left the group.
So. Yeah, let's matchmake for one more real quick.
You have received.
What the hell do you get from Memento? Works fine. I'm thinking that. You mean the skill health? Oh yeah.
I think I'm safe for
That
now.
was another
But
case
please
before.
hurry.
Help is on the way, Maya. Sit tight and just
Trying
try
to
to
remember
stay
if there
calm.
was like a moment where maybe why it was
to find out
broken
what
or so,
happens to
but
the team that went to
no,
try to
generally
repair the main
because
shade
pulse
node.
is a
Federal
status
shelter
on
should
the
be beneath
or
your
well,
current
it's not a
position.
status
Find a
effect.
way down there, but
Pulse is
proceed
kind of
with
special.
caution.
It used to be a status effect. They removed that basically for the obvious issues it started causing with you know, things like Val and stuff, especially.
Extreme heat signature. Sprinkler system detected.
If you can trigger the
But
sprinklers,
it is basically
you
an
should be able to put out
effect on the
flames.
enemy. So it doesn't really matter what source of it is, what the source of it
Gotta
is.
put out the
It's-
flames. I don't know if Maya has any fireproof gear.
Because also I definitely remember like when Heartbreaker came out, it was like super OP. It was self-multiplicative and it came through PTS with them saying like, yep, that's what we intend. We want it to be self-multiplicative. And everybody else was like, are you sure? And then like 2 months later they went, oh wait, this thing is self-multiplicative? No, we didn't never meant for that to be like that. It was kind of just silly. And basically the same patch that improved Striker to be the final version of Striker that we have kind of now. Or well, now of course got kind of changed again, but where it got basically the 100 and 200 stack Striker.
Someone's trying to break in.
That was the patch as well that they kind of nerfed Heartbreak. Because before that, yeah, it was for quite a while the meta. Like what we used to do as well is sometimes not run Technician, just run demo and stuff like that. And there was usually like so many Heartbreakers going around that like we would just use other people's pulse. Like you would rely just on the like the other
They're gonna
people's.
stop coming after me. I don't know what I did to make them so mad. You have to stop them.
Link laser pointers and pulses and stuff like that. Just so you could run gunner and stuff because just people would not run other specializations. So, I was like that spot for my hive. It kind of can hit both those doors. But of course all of them are spawning on the rate. That's a heavy in there, I think. Just an eight. Still gonna pull out my crossbow, might as well use it. Anyway, we have a tradition here. Is to run up to this guy and really, you know, rile him up.
You're toast, Agent.
And you know, Haka is exact length of kind of his, like the animation, so kind of works out like that. Landing my fires well, but it's a little better. I'm gonna save at least a grenade for the boss fight. I've used way too many cams. Sledge, still good, even at 20%. It's still really good. And here as well, like I'm not gonna focus on the boss more than that. I'm just gonna put a sledge on him. He's other people's problem. I don't do that much against them anyway. So might as well just not. See somebody going for talking to you.
Shown up when you did.
Thingy. Oh, I'll hit the
Back as soon
button.
as the escort team arrived.
With the equipment Maya
Actually, the
recovered,
stuff with the
we can restore
modifier
shape
on
network
show up in
across
the
entire
leaderboards.
country. And I'll send a team to
Because normally
assist
global
Maya
events and stuff
and
don't.
retrieve the fallen for a
I haven't
proper
actually even
burial.
checked. Also, this always weirds me out. There's like one resource down there, but like people just run down. Just like, where are you going? Like, why? Why are you taking the elevator? There's like one resource thing there.
You.
Let me get you up here.
Safe area entered.
A single hunter encounter yesterday that went exactly, I think. You can't remember. So that's probably the reason. I mean, yeah. Generally, if I don't remember the third stat, it's because it's something like that never gets used. Because if it's even used once, I generally will remember it. But actually, well, meleeing there is actually value to meleeing the hunters. If they are healing and you melee them, you actually knock them out of their heal. So that's usually the reason people do go for that melee. Even I. So if you can't like get the disorient or the shock of Scorpio off on them, the other best thing is to just give them a smack. You'll likely get a smack back. Like the other people should be shooting him. One person should be meleeing, the rest should be shooting. Which, you know, likely was then not the reason there, but. Too late now here, so I can't. That's what tomorrow I will let you know. We tried one time, it didn't work. Sometimes it can be finicky, but that's also just Heartbreaker stacking. It's kind of finicky sometimes. If you run Bullet King, I still wouldn't though. Like you're still giving up a whole, especially with that ninja bike. Like you're giving up. Like he could have had like one piece Petrov and then like a piece of like whatever, like Providence or something for the crit chance plus the headshot and just You have to have a really good reason to go more than actually like one piece of a brand set with Ninja Bike, because also you're giving up basically. You're taking two, like you're not getting the second set twice. You're like, but even then, so it's not. It's still you just wouldn't. Yeah, let's actually take something this guy has. Go do DOA one last time. I have like, technically I have like 10 minutes, but we'll make it a little bit longer than that. I think actually, because he has a negotiator tech time, but maybe we go with that rifle build there. Actually, yeah, let's go with this rifle build. Yeah, let's just go with the ACRSS as well. Let's see how she had this film. ACRSS is definitely not a pick, but I haven't actually messed around with this one since the patch. Good face was a team wiping. Okay. They just wanted the hug. No, still have D-Tag. I've been rolling it over and over again and never see it. It can have it, yeah. For that reroll, yeah. It can sometimes, sometimes just trying to get the exact stat, but yeah, just for yeah. I have it here, and yeah, rerolling can cost a pretty penny. Let's actually not take any. Although, well, Fog of War doesn't. Actually, no, we won't even take Fog of War. Yeah, let's take Fog of War. That doesn't matter. It's knowing that those guys are there, I kind of want to actually shoot this thing before we get in here. They won't hear me. Because yeah, we have a Eagle's Grasp, and we have also the 3-piece Zvia, where we're really putting into like weapon handling here. This thing is still too jumpy. Let's actually try this thing out. Overall, though, this is just oh, actually, we have a stability max in here as well. Because in the best, you might as well, but now you might as well not. This thing I might actually give a rework to Grupo Backpack. Or, well, actually Cheska Backpack then. Cheska Backpack and Grupo Chest. Oh, these two are in there. Okay.
This is a chance to wipe out the hyena leadership in one decisive blow.
That was that Cheska chest, Cheska backpack I was missing earlier. I was like, didn't I have two? Well, actually, on this character as well, we made aces and eights. Actually, I should try out that aces and eights. That should be more of a worthwhile thing to test. I don't hate this thing because overall it still has enough damage. It's not great damage, but
I know who you are.
it has enough. And I don't mind that, like the weapon handling on this thing. Oh, actually, yeah, no, let's run the aces because I totally forgot we made this aces and we barely ran it. But yeah, aces with glass, vigilance, rifleman, perfect rifleman.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Let's just take the heal. The thing with aces is a 30% amp is just not that great. Like, not one OD can give you 20% unless you have sadist weapons and stuff. and also is more consistent because it has the uptime for it. Because this actually, if you kind of want a headshot where you can, otherwise. Also, so here I'm running also perfect rifle, so definitely
detected. Agent incapacitated.
Reload it faster than just needed a shot to land on underneath them. How about both of you go blind? Much appreciated. Also, let me get you up. Yeah. Exotic comments. I mean, yeah, that I've definitely gone into, or some, into like 50s. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, some have even gotten worse lucks than that.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
One thing they should definitely
Rogue agent detected.
rogues again. Let's wait for the cooldown on my drone. We're gonna go PFE again. This time I'm gonna go striker PFE. But I need the shield, so the revive hive I'm okay with it. Also, I needed to be survivalist, and if the drone was out, that's what sticks to sharpshooter. I'm gonna actually grab a Scorpio though still. I'm just soloing hunters or soloing rogues. Weapon handling? Weapon handling is not a. If actually weapon handling was a third stat, I'd like enough of it could be worthwhile. But yeah, it's like it's the accuracies and the stabilities and the swap speed. Like so, it's a separate stat. DZ drop target loot doesn't affect the drop chance, does it? No. So it's not coming from targeted source. So the targeted loot does not affect like getting any of those items.
Hostile explosive trap detected.
I'm kind of like hiding behind this thing and just finish this one off.
Hostile phaser drone detected.
Stop healing. That's kind of why I wanted to go POV. It's just you don't have to like actually fight. You just go stick your Scorpio right up them and pull the trigger till it goes click. I want to put some shock rounds into this thing. You should try this thing. Yeah, the thing is, it just doesn't become accurate, does it? Can I bump up your accuracy? I mean, yeah. I would need everything to be accuracy within that.
Local power offline. Circuit breaker detected.
Which at that point is just, I just have that thing as a secondary more so. Just in case I run out of ammo. And this Asus, what it definitely could use is a bigger amp, and it could use weapon handling like as a third piece bonus or something. It really needs that. For the rifle hand. Yeah, I should also try out Asus. I was considering especially the upgraded Vindicator, right? Yeah, Vindicator. The name wouldn't come to me. With a focus setup of this. But the downside of focus is, of course, yeah, that being scoped costs you a lot of awareness.
Getting away with that.
Because I kind of got like this glass version. Just glass, vigilance. We're kind of doing the Asus thing, but the Asus thing is not per se worth doing, so it's kind of the big downside of it. And I do kind of like the 60 QB though. Oh yeah, sometimes
Serious trauma detected.
just
Agent out of action.
just finish up that guy.
That was my buddy, you fuck.
And these guys are kind of annoying because, especially if they have Stellite, it also applies to their shield. Oh, I missed some loot apparently. So I'm kind of forgetting that I'm glass. The nice thing with rifles as well, with because of requital, so you don't stack up high on requital quickly. So if it's on a red, you can take like 2 shots to kill them. You get a tiny bit of reflect coming your way, but it's not a lot. Especially if I were to like run an M1A here. Yeah, for it's always been fair. Oh yeah. And actually, so generally it's even worse to go when the targeted is there. Not per se any in-game reason, but just a lot of people do believe or incorrectly think that, you know, if it's rifle targeted, they can get a Ravenous, or if it's AR, they can get Bighorns or thingies, Eagle Bear. So it gets flooded by people. Although sometimes that's also not the worst thing, because then you have a lot more people overall just in there for farming purposes. So the likelihood of you being in a group or being in a DZ where the other 11 people are also kind of just farming also kind of exists. So maybe it's like it kind of depends. The DZ is like a box of chocolates. It's somewhat melted, and yeah, some of them are just who put fucking like citrus and stuff. Who's putting oranges in chocolate? Like, what were you doing? That's how the Forrest Gump saying goes, right?
Still there, sweetie? Hello? Fuck. Everybody get yourselves ready.
Life is like a box of chocolates. Half of it is filled with accidentally with glass, and the rest of it is like processed sugar, and you'll die of diabetes when you're 40. I think that's how this thing is. Where was I? Case every time rifles are starting to leave my feet. This is not. I'm thinking why. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people just like I've seen basically all of the big names say it wrong. Well, you know the. I'm actually keeping an eye out. I have it in my notes even because that's one of the things I want to do for no particular reason, but more so for like where targeted comes from. Because people are also like surprised. Oh, a red dropped it. Like, yeah, it's how the loot system in Division work. There is kind of like a pity system. So eventually something will drop some loot, and there's more reds than purples and elites, even like in a lot of DZ stuff. And yeah, like the most populous enemy type dropped loot. Quelle surprise. Oh yeah, shock. Bye bye, shock. So I'll just have to murder you before you can shock me. I feel this boss has had requital every time we've come here. But yeah, for instance, there as well. Normal enemy dropped an exotic at full random. That's just streamer luck though. That one's real. If you're ever wondering why I this thing was rolling on the ground towards me, or like sliding towards the, and I thought for a second it was like still the car of one of the, and scared the shit out of me for a second. I thought it was an RC car and I was like, why is it moving so fast? I'm not really making use of rifleman there, but also if I hit the heads, I reset my
needed.
in the by the teeth. You're a long way still, and I kind of want to be long. Although yeah, the thing is, of course, with rifles as well, you don't fire as much, you don't land as many shots, or you don't stack up by the teeth as fast, but still, a 5 million shot there with a 320 rifle.
You dead too, you inbred son of a bitch. Everybody get to the arena now.
He said the line again. Actually, it's a shocker punch, but likely not from targeted, or maybe this isn't from target. That's the thing. So when you get this, when you get like a, you can't really tell which one is the targeted, which one isn't, because both of them are marked as targeted, but one is the normal drop, and one is the. So in this case, more likely the shocker punch is just full random. More likely than not. Looks like Revenger, yeah. Is that shorter? I mean, the thing is it only short? Oh, it is, yeah. Yeah, and you're missing a muzzle, but actually it has more than enough compensation. But yeah, the honestly, the artist tool, like this thing, as long as you're getting some headshots in there.
Airborne toxins at unsafe levels.
We'll use
Filters
auto
failing.
run here, just to run straight.
Air filter function restored. Air quality acceptable.
In a moment like that, I got the full 6
Listen
stacks.
We got devils in our house and they mean to kill us all. Stand and fight. You hear me? Stand and fight.
You hear him? Sit down and shut the fuck up. No, wait, that's... It's like crunchy frog enters. Yeah. Side of the building. I know. Sometimes you get lucky. That'll be the best exotic components.
Serious trauma detected. Airborne toxins at unsafe levels.
So I should just
Filters
put my
failing.
drone there. This rusher is forgetting that they're a rusher. Where are you going? I remembered. Well, honestly, so headshots matter a lot
Science critical.
as well to aces. Might be worth actually running UIC. With UIC, I'd be much more comfortable getting some headshots in, which I'm like, really not at the moment. Is there just a oh? The game is just trolling me at this point.
Agent down. Agent deceased.
Right, I get that.
That was one of ours.
Good damn it.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
You have to healthgate me.
Come on, let's go. You're in a. You'll suffer for that.
Where are you going, sir? Just find the edge there.
Serious trauma detected.
We consider it being blind. Here it's very healthy. Oh yes, Stella. Like, why is this guy not dead yet? But
Immediate medical assistance needed.
that explains it. Yeah, names with Stellite just suck. There's also, I mean, like, a cross to cross, I could probably get long range hits on him.
Leadership
but
is the faction in disarray. I'll send teams to start securing the supplies and the
That's not
equipment
a-
those bastards were hoarding. And I'll let
That's not
Odessa
a
know.
great way.
The theater settlement will be able to rest a little easier now.
And this thing feels pretty weak in comparison to a lot of other choices. Because there as well, we have like the modifier on. Like, things should melt a little better. Which are your top 3 high-end rifles and which talent would you recommend? Overall, I really like the 2 SIGs. The CQB a little bit more so than the other one because it does have more damage as long as yeah you wouldn't want to use it for flatline because you know you need the long rail, which this doesn't have. The LVOAC, especially on stuff which has a little bit of handling, like the LVOAC does pretty well. And kind of the UIC as yeah, it handles so well, but it has such little damage. So kind of those 3 for high ends. And of course, yeah, you have like 1886s for like Headhunter. Classic M1As aren't too bad either. And yeah, Rifleman is really good. Boomerang is also still not bad. Boomerang is like okay. But the Rifleman, especially if we can get some headshots in. It's kind of really good. Otherwise, yeah, flatline. Actually, now as well, strained. Rifles do have long firing times overall, so. Yeah, we're gonna run it out kind of there. I'm just checking for a second. Did I borrow any weapons? No. I might actually try this with focus. That might actually help this a little bit too. And then with the scope, and then I actually go for the heads. I was kind of keeping an eye on the uptime of this, and yeah, just the funny thing is as well still. So this aces and eights, that's the big sound you hear, like when it goes whoosh, kind of sound. That's the aces and eights, but that's 2 amp shots. Like that's the least one that you get, because yeah, 4 of a kind gets you 4, full house gets you 3 shots. And the thing of it also not having perfect uptime means that, yeah, I would go OD over this at the very least. At least you have consistent uptime then, and you can have Sadist as your main talents. But also, yeah, Negotiator and Umbra. Like Negotiator and Umbra just feel so much more consistent than this. They have a much more, like, you have to do more. But also they give you back more for doing that more. It's confusing. My carbon zone. Oh, yeah. The biggest downside of it is like just that because it is actually a lot, like, to me, it is much more like comfortable to shoot than the Mark 47. It is definitely like the accuracy stability one out of the pack, but you're also giving up 10% DPS basically. So, but that can be worth it, especially for instance like a build on this, like this, where headshots kind of matter, because if we get a headshot, we flip 2 cars instead of 1. So overall, you would have better uptime on aces, and then, you know, that 30% would make up for, or well, a percentage of that 30% would make up for like what you lose on a UIC. But yeah, currently like ACRSS, USC and stuff, I wouldn't anymore. Like their new balances are not great. Although actually as well, Mark 17 isn't bad, but you're stuck with that 30 round mag, and that hurts it a little bit, but it also doesn't kill it because it is still kind of in that pack. Actually, what we should do is run around a little bit with the M16. Like, you have to click, but this thing actually has high burst and sustain, which is impressive amounts of burst and sustain. So should actually try this on that weapon handling one, but we'll leave that for this evening. When I'll be back. For now though, we're gonna go raid someone, as we often do in the afternoons. Well, basically at the end of streams, at least on the Twitch end. I'm gonna go see if anybody's available for that, or who do we have for that. Okay, yeah. Well, we have Metal. We'll go raid Metal, as we haven't done so in a few days. So. And yeah, this evening we're gonna continue on with the build collection. I need to remember to do that striker, the backfire striker, like that still needs an upgrade. We should also calculate it out and see how much you lose with the ninja bike, because I might consider it. Like if we just lose like 10% or something. Although we're gonna lose more than that is the thing. But yeah, if we kind of lose around like, you know, maybe even up to 15%, might be okay doing a ninja bike just to get 2, because we would lose that and then we would gain 2 tiers on the shield. So that would be the trade-off. And 2 tiers on the shield would help that build quite a lot. But yeah, we'll calculate that all out this evening and then kind of make that build picture. And basically do a little bit of the build collection first, just updating more and more of this to to be current. And yeah, that'll be this evening. Before I just continue on rambling, let's just go raid here. I lost the raid screen there. Yeah, let's go raid. Metal will be who I always enjoy. He's a good chill dude and pretty good player and yeah, well worth a follow as well once you get there. And then yeah, I'll be back this evening. That's gonna be in like 4.5 hours time. And yeah, we're gonna jump into just continuing on messing about with the build collection and stuff. And maybe, although likely not this evening, but likely tomorrow, we're gonna record the AR compare, basically the AR on Striker comparison video, kind of just the in-depth look into ARs basically, with the exotics in there as well. So yeah, all those upcoming. But for now, enjoy yourselves some metal, and I'll be back in the evening. And as always, have a good day.